Hey, what's up, everybody?
What up? What up? What up? Oh my God, we're back after a week off.
Oh yeah,
Good to go. Oh,
dang, it has been a week,
man.
Man,
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in the world, all of our people, Turtletarians.
yes,
This is Turtle Soup. You know what I'm saying? The internet, nay, the world's only community-supported podcast dedicated to the ongoing journey of the TMNT all the way from the very beginning.
somewhere
Until I learn not to be an absolute moron in the guest bathroom.
in the guest bathroom. Like, okay, all right. I don't know. This is one of those things. Okay, I was about to say this is one of those things where I simultaneously want to know more, and I'm good with just the promise of the premise. You know what I'm saying?
So I'll get into it in a second. But we got a few things. Okay, so we're live on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's where we are right now. Thanks everybody for showing up. It's been great. The 268, the last episode was so fun.
Oh yeah,
I want to thank everybody that showed up and got involved in that. We're on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit the bell icon, get all the notifications, all the new videos. We got the live streams, we got the reviews, we got news. We got news today. You know what I'm saying? We got the hot news.
We do have news,
and you're gonna be the first to hear it from us. You know what I'm saying? If you're an audio listener, check out the podcast, subscribe on YouTube, man, because it's a whole other thing. Even if you don't watch live, like got that whole thing live, you get to see all of our visuals. And if you haven't made the journey over yet, there are a ton of visuals that make the show way better. It's kind of what we had talked about, trying to make the podcast like a CD, like an audio book podcast where it would show images, and we try to do all this stuff. And lo and behold, YouTube provides. You know what I'm saying? So come check us out. And if you're watching live, try to copy that link. You know what I'm saying? Share it on social media and let other people know that your favorite podcast is doing a live show, because that really helps us. Also, I can tell you, there are a lot of people that help us, and I could say that doing the drawing for this Turtle Van giveaway.
Ryan, what is it called? Ryan, what is it called? We got to say the name.
It's called Ryan's radically rewatchable rerun raffle. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's raffle spelled RAPH.
Right.
LE, because that's how that works.
That's what it should have been. Yes.
In hindsight, that's what it always should have been.
Yes.
But Eric already made a graphic for it, so he's used it. But in the future, any future raffle will be a little two raffle.
A little two raffle.
I'm saying is probably what our next raffle will be called. Is a little two raffle. We'll work on that. But part of the way you can get a ticket, an extra ticket in the raffle, was to be a patron. Yeah. And went through all the patrons and entered them in and stuff, and we were getting ready for that drawing. It just really made me just appreciate all of our patrons. And two in particular that have been around, you know what I'm saying? They've been around doing the thing, helping the podcast. That'd be John Clemens and Evan Roberts. You know what I'm saying? John Clemens sadly not here for the live show tonight. Normally he is. He's out doing stuff. He can't tell us where he is.
Can't tell us where.
Secret military objectives, things like that. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate both of those patrons a ton, plus all of our patrons. You guys make our dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? Unlike
do.
Scott's Tots, you do make our dreams come true. So there's that. So Eric, today, where are we at on this journey, brother? What are we doing today?
In the journey,
what are we cooling down with? What are we cooling down?
Oh yeah, that's right. We're simmering down here with some toy talk. We're back in the year of 1996, mid 90s, going strong, and like you said, just coming off the end of the monumental Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1987 animated series, and so we needed to cool down, and we figured what better way than with some toys, and we're going to be talking about things that I had never heard of before or seen. Like, I did not know these existed. Coil Force Turtles. We have the Muta-Force Turtles, and then the mini mutant turtle in a turtle play sets that we're going to be discussing tonight.
The mini turtle dome in a dome play sets. Those are a pleasure.
And if you haven't listened to any of our other turtle toy reviews, the mini play sets are a lot of fun, and we really enjoy those. I'm gonna whenever we get done doing the live stream, I'm gonna try to have links to all the other episodes where we talk about these, and they're a blast. And so I'm really looking forward to tonight. And so that's where we're at in the journey, Ryan, back in 96.
So you want to hear about how I was real stupid in the guest bathroom the other day?
Kinda.
This is real bad.
Oh goodness.
So
I don't know if I'm ready.
So just to late. This is just like the stupidest. I after this happened, I told Alicia and my whole family. I had to admit to everyone,
Okay.
kids included, that this might be the stupidest thing I've ever done.
All right.
This is worse than dropping the chicken, guys. This is worse than a lot of things I've done in my life.
Oh, the drop in the chicken.
So,
oh yeah.
Worse than dropping the chicken, man. Okay, so to lay the scene.
Okay.
So our ensuite master bathroom does
Mhm.
not function. We've been remodeling it, reworking it. So like you got no running water in there, right? Been that
Okay.
way for a little while because things budgets, things happen. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
And we're trying to make it right, but like maybe can't make it all right all at the same time.
Sure.
But it's fine because honestly, the shower works, so you can do the shower, and then
Yeah.
if you need to use the bathroom, we have the guest bathroom. It's totally fine. So
Yeah.
been living that way for a little while, so kind of used to
Okay.
going to the guest bathroom to do all my things.
Right.
So at night, I've got my ritual. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta go fetch my glasses. Gotta take my contacts out, which makes things harder because it's across the house. You gotta remember to do go get your glasses, get your thing. Do it. So I get all that. Take my contacts out, brush my teeth, do the mouthwash thing, and then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Back across the house, back to the room, going to sleep.
Yeah.
So the other night, two things happen that
Okay.
make it where I do the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life.
Oh, I'm
One
so
thing.
excited now.
For
I'm excited.
some
Okay.
reason, for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to music with both earbuds in. Like normally I just rock one. You know what I'm saying? I just
Okay.
rock one.
Real quick.
And
These
Yep.
are AirPods.
Yeah,
wireless?
They're wireless. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Bluetooth style.
Okay.
So they're in my ears. I was on the back porch jamming out. They're in my ears.
Mm-hmm.
And I only usually put two earbuds in if I really if it's music, if I really want to hear the whole thing,
Right.
if it's like
Stereo.
a podcast or like a random thing, like an audiobook, it's one in always. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got those in. The second dumb thing that happens, I get all mixed up because I just want to get to bed. So I run in and I start taking my contacts out, but I don't have my glasses with me. Like my glasses are across the house.
Okay.
But I've already got like one contact out before I realize like, oh, really? Now, my vision's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like my vision is pretty damn bad. Like
Right.
it's not like it's but from experience before I've found that it's not so bad that I can't walk back across the house to the bedroom. Like I'm not going to trip on I'm not
You're
Mr.
not Mr.
Magoo.
Magoo.
Like
Right.
yeah, I'm not Mr. Magoo. I can see things in my way. I'm not going to run into a wall. It's not that bad. It's just really blurry.
Right.
Kinda like when you're underwater kind of look. Like it's just
okay.
kind of like ugh, kind of.
Yeah.
But so I can't get fine detail. But I can absolutely make it back through the kitchen to the bedroom to go to bed. And then my glasses are in there. And I grab them and it's fine.
Yeah.
So I take out my contacts, no glasses, but I've actually done this before.
Okay.
And so I have to get actually really close to the mirror to like brush my teeth because I have to be able to see okay enough to like go, okay, like, am I doing it right? Am I whatever?
Right.
Do all that, all good, throw the contacts away, get my teeth done, whatever, and now run off to bed.
Yeah.
Go to bed. Wake up. It's like I think it was a Friday morning.
Okay.
Wake up. This happened last week. Wake up. I'm like, all right, cool, man. Well, time to go take that leak. You know what I'm saying? So I walk across the house, walk into the bathroom, sink still running.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Because despite not having Mr. Magoo vision,
Yeah.
I could not see nor hear that the sink was
Oh,
still on
Yes.
from
Okay.
brushing my teeth. It had to
Dang.
be no glasses. It
Right.
had to be both earbuds. It had to be all the things to make this happen.
Right.
But it conspired to happen to me. So I left that bathroom sink running all night. 8
Goodness.
hours it ran.
Man.
And we're on a septic tank. So
Oh.
I got real scared about that because you
Yeah.
can flood that
Yeah.
and then your toilets won't flush because that's the way
Right.
that works. So I basically put the family on like hard water restriction for like the first like half of the day. I was
Oh,
like,
man.
okay, like seriously, like if you could wait to like use the bathroom till like after lunch, like we should. I was like doing that.
Yeah.
And I had to admit to everyone, and I felt like when I was walking up and I heard that sound, I thought, oh, it's like one of the kids in the bathroom,
Right.
like washing their hands. I look left, look right, because their bedrooms are right there. Both of them just dead ass asleep, and I'm like,
Nope.
it
That
hit
was
me,
all
I'm like,
you. All you.
that was
Yeah.
all me. I left the faucet running all actual night.
Yeah.
Now obviously no septic tank problem. So
Well, that's
the
good.
only thing that we're gonna see, of course, is
Mhm.
we'll see about that water bill
Oh yeah. That's gonna be fun. I mean.
because I'll wind up paying for that mistake. with
Yeah.
cold hard American dollars.
That's true. That is true. Goodness. Yeah, that's rough.
Until I can guarantee that
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
We're still a podcast.
We
I
are.
can't guarantee it because I'm me. So
That's true. So we could end any time. So you need to get your fill right now, you know?
you need to get your fill.
So that's amazing. Yeah, I've walked in.
That's what happened to me.
I don't think, because I'm so paranoid that like I go through my entire house, which is not very big, multiple times, double checking everything is locked and nothing's on fire. But I have come out, like left the bathroom with the cat, like drinking from the water spigot real quick or whatever, just because I don't know, it's a cat. Like if all he wants to do is drink from that and sleep, I mean, I don't want to deprive him of one of his, little joys in life. So I was like, all right, I'll do that, and then I might leave it on for like 20 minutes. And I'll be like, oh snap, I got to go back and get it. But yeah, man,
I've done that. I've done the dumb thing where like I leave the fridge open because I'm I was gonna get some tea, but then like I got distracted, and then like I walked away, and then like I went to the bathroom, came back, and it was still open, and I'm like, oh, Ryan, you idiot! Like I've done that, but like nothing that harebrained. Speaking of cats, though, I have one more really, really fast story that my dad told me that's like the funniest thing that ever happened.
Oh goodness, we got a Gary Guy.
I know this is gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode on content, so I feel like we can stretch our wings a bit.
Okay.
So my dad. So my mom and dad have two cats. My dad's not a cat guy. We've always had cats. Like ever since I've grown up, we've had cats. My dad doesn't like cats. He tolerates cats at best. Okay.
Yeah.
But my dad's retired now, so he's at the house. Like he makes sure things are right. You know what I'm saying? Like he cleans the house up, he makes sure things are good. You know what I mean? He's got to be Gary Guy style. He learned how to do the laundry. You know what I'm saying? He learned how to actually do clothes for his entire life. Does the laundry, does all this stuff. He's a regular domestic engineer, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing his thing. So
yeah.
So he tells me, he goes, I said something, I can't remember how it came. I said something about cats. I was like, something about, oh yeah, the cats, blah, blah. He goes, you know what I woke up to yesterday? And I was like, what? He goes, wake up, haven't even made my coffee yet. Haven't gotten a shower, haven't taken a dump yet. You know what I see? I'm like, what? He's like, just cat piss. Just running down the grout line all the way down the hallway. Oh. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, did the cat pee on the floor? He goes, oh no, it's not that easy. So get this thing. Apparently, Cal, their big male Hemingway cat they have, right? Little five-toed cat.
Right.
Is big as hell. And they didn't know this until now, but Cal likes to perch on the edge of the litter box and pee. That's Cal style. Cal kind of uses the litter box a little bit like we sit on a toilet. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got his front paws on the ground and then just perches his back ones on there, and apparently that's how he does his thing. Yeah. Well, my mom, while she was at the grocery store, decided to be super extra, and she was like, instead of buying this regular cat litter, I'm gonna buy this fancy cat litter. Right? It's like, fancy cat litter. It's like, it's fancy. Mm-hmm. Well, one thing she failed to recognize about the fancy cat litter is that it's also very lightweight cat litter. Oh, yeah. It's like leaps and bounds lighter than regular cat litter. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point. Right. So she fills it up with that, which means when Cal goes to do his little perch up, he actually knocks the whole thing over. Because it doesn't weigh as much. Oh my goodness. Yes, exactly. Because it doesn't weigh as much. And he's big. So he's normally used to perched on this thing, and if there's enough regular cat litter, he's good. Right. But your boy was in for a rude awakening that morning when he went to go sit down and do his morning constitutional, and all of a sudden the entire litter box comes up, not only spraying litter all over the they have the litter box is in the laundry room. Yeah. Not only dumping litter all over the laundry room, but also somehow like getting all the pee out, and it got into the tile grout in there, and it ran. Yeah. From the laundry room down the hallway. Goodness. And that's that story. And I was like, wow, Dad. He's like, yeah, it's first thing in the morning. So you know what my mom did to fix that? She just put like a bunch of like, she had 2 cans of tomato soup. Yeah. She just put them in the bottom and then covered them in litter to weigh it down. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, and that's how you fix that. That's when she said I bought that lightweight cat litter, I about lost my shit. I was like, that is like the funniest miscalculation you've ever made.
See,
Like
when you
weight cat litter.
when you were telling the story, I misunderstood. I thought that the cat was like looking into the litter box and then doing its business,
and
not
like peeing out. Oh,
right.
I mean,
I thought that's how
that's a power move.
That
but,
is.
but yeah, like,
but no, the other way. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. And yeah, that's wild.
Perching.
That's so funny. Goodness.
I think it's like the like lightweight cat litter. Like who knew? Who knew that like you would need that heavier stuff because your cat perches on the edge.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
What cat does that?
Who thinks
weird.
about that?
But anyway.
Oh yeah. But
anyway, I feel like I want to know how you've been. I've been talking for a long time. But before we get into turtle news, I want to check in with Eric.
I'm okay. Had a doctor's visit. They said I had some weird stuff in the back of my throat we're going to find out about in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, that's interesting and not stressful and panic inducing at all. But other than that, to mitigate that anxiety, I went to Target and caught a Pokemon scalper like in the act. So I go into Target.
Caught a Pokemon scalper in the act.
Yeah, yeah. And it's hardcore. It's hard.
Eric
this thing
Crosby,
is wild.
Consulting Detective. Let's go.
So I go into Target and I'm like, oh, I see the rep that he's setting up. Now, if you don't know, toys like, even like NECA, for instance, which we're going to be talking about in this.
He's setting up.
Yeah. So NECA, for instance, they have their own rep. So they have somebody, not Target employees, but like a person that comes in front that's like, I don't know if sanctioned is right. They're employed, but I'm not sure how the payment necessarily works.
No, he makes it. They make it right. They make it right. It's like kind of like the beer delivery guy. Like the guy that delivers the Budweiser to the gas station. He doesn't just drop off a case of beer. He like makes sure it looks good, it's displayed right, that everything's not expired. like he's got a lot more jobs to do than just bring the stuff to the store.
Right.
Yeah.
My only thing was with NECA. I can't remember if theirs was like a volunteer thing where you got like some perks because of it, but like you didn't.
Like
it wasn't
street
like
team stuff.
Yeah, like that's I'm not entirely sure anymore, but nevertheless, it's the same general idea. You make sure everything looks good, and you put out the new product. Well, I see your boy doing that, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go do everything else and run to check the toy aisle, and then go back and do whatever I got to do, and then come back later. So I not even 5 minutes. I'm back at the front of the store, and there's this other dude there with a cart filled with everything that this dude just put out. He just took it all and put it in his cart. Now Target has a 5. Yeah, Target has a 5 Pokemon item limit. At least ours does. Some of them have 2.
I didn't know about that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, because it's been nuts. And so they now the dude was super nice, but of course he was. He had a cart full of all this stuff that he was going to flip and make money.
Oh yeah, he's in the catbird seat.
Right, but at least he wasn't
perching on the edge.
He's perching on the edge. That's what he's doing. Exactly.
He's perching on the edge.
And so he but he was very, but it says something to be nice when you're being, unscrupulous, if you will. But he was like, hey man, go get whatever you want. But I had so much anxiety because I'm like, there's so much stuff. There's all these people watching me. It was wild. And then but that was just neat seeing like a scalper, like a legit like hardcore scalper. Like I've bought like 5 of everything, and I'm gonna do separate transactions.
I bought my limit in every item because I'm gonna flip them.
Right, exactly. And so that was wild. And then you have that dark side of the moon thing where you're like, should I do that? Because like I could totally do that. Like I could have been that could have been me. I could have been a contender. You know what I'm saying? In the flipping game. But then that whole the good guy comes out, and it's like, just keep it meek and mild.
I've never had. I've always I wanted to dabble in that too. I've had that impulse, but I'm just not that guy.
Yeah, it's something
about that guy.
It'd be one thing if I wasn't stealing someone else's joy, because I know the how it feels to go
what it is.
And see it, and I don't want to rob someone else of anyone else's joy. So like I have regulated myself to be like, all right, here, step 1, if I need it, I'm gonna obviously buy it, have money buy thing. If I know that it's a highly desired technological showcase or plastic showcase, like some of our patrons or Turtle Soup friends that we have, if they're looking for stuff, I'll hit them up and be like, hey, you looking for this or whatnot? And and they respond in kind, and that's been wonderful. And thank you to everyone who's done that joy for me.
You get to help facilitate that.
That's
joy.
The community, and that's fun. And then occasionally, if I know something's ridiculous, like I might grab an extra one for myself to sell, but that's been
You're specking a little bit.
few and far between.
Specking a little bit.
Yeah,
Nothing
but
wrong
like
with specking.
and that's a rare occasion. Like that's bare.
Yeah.
I can't even honestly think of a time when I've actually done it, but I have it in the back of my head that like, okay, I can do that and still feel okay. Especially if there's like 3 of them there and I leave one, like that makes me feel I can sleep better at night that way. But but yeah, you know, so that's, and especially when the turtle toys were hard to find from NECA, because they were like, that was a nightmare and I didn't want to have anyone else go through that. So I there was a few times I left some things there that I knew went for a lot that I was like, no, I'm leaving that for some. I'm not robbing someone else of a blessing, you know what I'm saying? But so I just had to be able to sleep at night, and you know, like it's hard to like sleep at night when you got like monster news coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Like
well, I just realized.
Oh,
I love that transition.
Oh, dang! Did I not do something?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about this.
Dang.
But I feel like before news. Well, maybe not. We have a party wagon to give away. But
oh my goodness, I completely forgot about this.
Maybe we do it after news.
We gotta
that and the content. It might bring up the toys, or do we do it just right now and just rip the Band-Aid off? Because we got a winner. Winners,
we do have a winner.
The pick is in.
The pick is in. It is.
The pick is in, boys. It's in.
I'm gonna say this, boys and girls. We gotta be inclusive, because we got some lady fans out there. So thank y'all.
I mean humans, because we got
humans. We have a lot of human listeners actually. Like our analytics on YouTube said humans are predominantly the most
100% humans. I gotta be honest. I was like no rogue AIs, no Cylons. You know, like no Neanderthals, no Cylons. I was a little bit. I mean, I got a little faith in humanity back that day.
Right. We might get some cat listeners from this episode's story.
Sure. No, they might be all about perching.
I'm gonna say let's perch on this for a second, and let's do it after the news, because
you perched on, you perched on this for a second,
because that I can use that time to transition some stuff. So so let's do that.
Sounds good.
And this is the beauty of live. Stay
tuned, baby.
So stay tuned. So yeah, we'll be back with the winner and everything after this news segment.
So.
Oh, there we go. Had to unmute. News.
Run it. Goodness. Run it at me. Run this monster mashup at me, boys.
Man,
let's do it.
This is wonderful. I am so excited about this. So a little bit behind the curtain, we had some sneak peeks about this a little bit.
We've been keeping our finger on the pulse a little on this story. For sure.
So just real quick, ripping the Band-Aid off. NECA has officially announced that they're going to be releasing a full line of Universal Monster Turtles crossover mashups, whatever you want to call them, and we're super excited about it. We've got a video that we're going to try to play here in a second, and we've got some images we're going to talk about. This is going to be a fun news segment. But just a little bit of backstory. We did find out a couple of weeks ago, and we were trying to figure out if we were going to talk about it. We had some plans and things changed, but we were also kind of waiting for a little bit more solid evidence. And
yeah, we were a little bit more meat on the bone.
Right, meat on the bone. That's a better. Yeah. So the rumor was that this was going to happen because somebody found, as they typically do in Walmart and Target computers, like shipping manifests and things like that, in their computers that say different code words and whatnot. So where it's either blatantly that, or it's something close to it to where you can approximate it. And there was listings for the Turtles and the Universal Monsters, and from NECA, or at least I think the price point made it seem like it would be NECA and not Playmates. And yeah, the other day, earlier this week, I should say, NECA, as a part of their 31 Nights of Fright, which I had suspected that this is when they would announce this, they came out and announced
31 Nights of Fright.
Right, they announced that they are going to be officially doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Cross Universal Monsters. So Ryan, let's go ahead and see. Let's see. What do I want to do? Do you want to watch?
What do you want to do?
Do you want to watch? I think we want to watch the trailer that NECA did
We're gonna
first.
watch the trailer.
Yeah, they did a video that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna see if I can get the TV to work real quick. Let me move on over there.
Yeah, guys, we only can operate on TVs that people flush down the toilet to the sewer. So we have to like kind of
yeah.
a little waterlogged. You can see like the speaker grill's bashed up a little bit. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like it's not perfect. Like,
I mean,
one of the legs is broken.
It's essentially how the Turtles were operated under all their stuff, but like how we that's how we try to keep it authentic here at Turtle Soup. So
that's how we stay in the journey, man. Like you
it
can't be in
is.
the journey like not like watching TVs you didn't get out of the sewer and stuff.
exactly.
Man. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's not authentic. Yeah. So this is a video that NECA posted on their Instagram account, and now I don't think the audio. I have the audio down because it's a full production. It's really great, but I just wanted to play it.
Yeah.
I don't know that you have seen this yet or not, but this is fantastic.
I haven't like watched it with the audio, but I've saw little bits of it.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it's just stop motion.
They do such a good job with the stop motion. I mean, what a great way! God,
yeah, this is
lighting.
fantastic.
The lighting. What a great way to show the motility of the model.
Oh yeah. This is a fantastic way to show all of that, and I am like super impressed by that, and it's great. Whoever they got doing that stop motion is needs a raise, and yeah,
you got a little preview there at the end. You got a little boy.
That was the trailer.
He's swinging at. Yeah.
Oh goodness. So yeah. So
oh man.
So that was their trailer, and that thing looks fantastic. And I am super hyped about this. It showed it move. Now it doesn't. Now we need to preface this. It does not move on its own. There's no. There are no animatronics. There are no
action feature.
Yeah, you kind of have to. You kind of have to like like admit that, or not really admit it. I don't know if that's the right word, but you have to.
Is this like our? Is this like our equivalent of like caution, coffee hot? Is what we're doing right now?
Right, exactly. That's exactly what that is.
Like,
because you got to cover all your bases, and you got to make sure that people are.
Caution,
you got to temper their
knife
expectations.
sharp.
Exactly.
Agreed.
So,
yeah.
So let's head over to some pictures real quick. Let's see if I can get that working. So here, let's try that.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Don't dream it, be it. There we go. Ooh.
So this was the first image I believe that they released. And it's all silhouetted, and you get a little bit of an idea. You could definitely make out that was a Ninja Turtle and a Frankenstein's monster, just based on the outline, which is an awesome tease. The next thing they put out was this, and sorry if it's cut off a little bit, but I'm going to read it to you real quick. It says, NECA from NECA Official, 31 Nights of Fright reveal. This spooky season, NECA is thrilled and chilled to announce a Turtletacular new crossover line of 7-inch action figures, Universal Monsters cross Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The line will pay tribute to the world's most famous turtles and Universal's icons of horror. Inspired by the silver screen classic Frankenstein, which is celebrating its 90th anniversary in 2021, Raphael, as Frankenstein's monster, reimagines the temperamental turtle as the misunderstood monster. Let's see. Includes metal chain, interchangeable hands, and 2 lightning bolt sai. Comes in collector-friendly window box packaging with opening flap featuring a custom illustration. And so, yeah, that is NECA's original... Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, I mean, there's your tweet confirmation right there.
There's the confirmation. Now I was reading that, I realized that they did another. They put out another post, and I did not have that, so I'm gonna look that up real quick. But because they do go into some more details about what is happening here, and it's let's see if I can find it. It should be right here. Don't play the music. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. So then with the video, so that was the post with the picture, the photograph, the tease.
Yeah.
With the video that we just watched, they also said more of the same stuff about what it is, the crossover, how it's paying tribute, all this stuff. But they added that it's coming in early. The first of this line will be Raphael as Frankenstein's monster, coming in early 2020. with a full line to follow. Because I think a lot of people were wondering, like, well, is this just a one-off? Like, is this just,
early in 2020 or 2021?
2022. So next year.
2022.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
for 2020, I was like, what?
Oh, sorry. So yeah, I don't think I will ever be able to get the year right ever again because of like the pandemic and all that. Like that's just thrown me off completely. But
Wuhan got you all in check.
got me all in check. So so that was confirmation as well that this will be a full line and not just a one-off figure, which is fantastic. But before we get into some speculation about that and some more conversation, I just wanted to like go through a couple of these pictures and just look at how fantastic this looks.
Okay, so this is the part where I have to get this out. So for people new to the Turtle Soupness, so Eric comes at this from like kind of the long time like toy collector. I mean, like your boy's been in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like long time toy collector, knows that plastic, knows all that goodness. I come at these from, I mean, a former child. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Being a former child toy collector.
Right.
And mainly coming at this, I typically come at these from I'm very much in the like miniature painting world. Like I paint miniatures. It's taught me a lot, and I have a really big eye, and the things I like to see typically involve paint apps, poses, features, sculpting, stuff like that. Right. So we kind of like come at it from two angles. So I preface all that to say that you're going to be hearing me talk a ton about how absolutely amazing this paint app is for every single reason.
Oh yeah.
That's what I look for. Things you're looking for, right, that I look for here is number one, contrast. And if you look at the contrast, can you get a little bit more of a well-lit picture? Some of these are like, first of all, the lighting is gorgeous.
Let's see, is that any better?
Yeah, like that's actually better for the chest, like the buck itself. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm saying is look at the contrast between the lightest light and the darkest black.
Right.
On that paint app. That is a hole in one. That is gorgeous. There is like, it's amazing. The black wash down on the knees is amazing. That's if that's just brown plastic and you're not washed, that looks like garbage. Because there's so much detail. I can't get over the sculpt detail on the jacket. I don't know if they painted that with stippling or if that's the light reflecting off it. I'd have to like see like a little bit more in hand on that to see.
Right.
But, and then the face, I cannot get over the modeling of the paint app on the face. I can't get over it. It is so incredibly good.
It is.
Everything about this is so good. I can't enough of it. Like,
it's so good.
There's your sewer. There's that patch, and I love that. Like that's part of his shell. Yeah, like
the manhole cover.
I love that. Yeah, and they just like fixed a part of the shell that was missing. Wash on that, highlight on that.
Oh yeah,
contrast on that. That it just, I can't say anymore. Yeah,
it's stellar. It's stellar work.
Like
this,
it is.
Yeah, this
awesome.
is nuts, and there's like so much ridiculous detail. Now, this is nothing new from NECA for NECA. Like they are experts at this, and they hire really good people to do really good work on this stuff. Now, I will say that this is a oh goodness, there we go. This is obviously promo shots, but not in the sense like sometimes you say that and we mean that like they're not finished, they're not final or whatever. But this looks like this is a like what you show at Toy Fair or Comic-Con to get investors to buy things, because this is like the best thing this is probably going to ever look. Now, the actual one that we will get will be comparable, I'm positive, if not pretty darn close. Like.
So I'm saying all that knowing that this is a demo, that knowing that this is a and that more attention may have been paid to the app, but I'll be judging this figure based on how much disparity there is between what we get in box and what we see here.
Yeah.
If they come 3/4 of the way here, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Now,
this is such a great illustration too of like how lighting
Yeah.
And the proper application of lighting can absolutely change what you display as far as like action figures go. And I can't say enough about it. I don't know. It's so good.
Now I don't want to just wax poetic about this, or wax plastic about the. I don't know. That was terrible. But
yep, sure.
So I got it. So the way I found out about this, you were not. You did text me, and was one of the first texts I got from it. But the first text I got was from Farmer Greg. Excuse me.
Oh wait. Are we gonna ruin people?
We
are like.
I'm not gonna go full on what he said.
But you're gonna put it in their head.
I'm gonna just say that
you're opening Pandora's box, as it were.
I feel like we kind of have to, because it's Turtle Soup. We're the deep diving daddies of turtle fandom. And
I want you all to like. Can we get a full shot? Can we get like a full shot of this guy?
Zoomed out.
Just get a nice big one. Yeah, just a nice big one. Okay.
Okay.
I want you all to look real hard at this image.
Yeah.
If you're listening to audio, please watch the YouTube video. I want you to all look at this and just remember a time before you are going to see this almost every time you look at this action figure.
Yeah.
Look how great he looks. And just take it in, because now you're gonna see something else a lot of times when you see him.
Yeah. So
good.
If I'm gonna tell you the full story that happened, Farmer Greg told me that this looks fantastic, but the only thing that he can't keep his eyes off of was a certain part of his jacket and the way that it looks like a little bit of front tail. The whole thing just
looks
a lot of front
out of the barn.
Someone's out of the barn.
It looks like a couple of boys are
just
out of the barn door,
hanging out and
hanging down.
Yeah,
just how they hanging,
right?
And the answer is right out my jacket.
Right. And so like it sorry, that's just it does. It's unfortunate. But
so when you back out, the problem with these shots is that when you back out and you see the excellent lighting, sadly it makes it look more of what we're talking about.
It does.
Like the better the lighting gets and the more you back out, the more it looks like what we're talking about.
Right. And
that's unfortunate.
It is. It's this was the look on my face. This was the pose that I did. And I was like, no, I can't do it.
You sent me that screenshot of you and Farmer Greg, like with the picture, and he said that, and I was like, oh God, you did it to me too.
Yep.
Like you did it to me. So then I worked with Father Preston today at work, and I was like, hey man, do you want to see this? Did you?
I didn't even tell him.
And he was like, what? No. And I told him, and he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Look, guys.
Yeah.
You see it right there. And you look, you know what? If your mind doesn't go down that street,
God bless you. Yeah.
Good on you. God bless you. Good on you. That's great. This figure is still amazing. This figure is still ridiculously great.
Oh, absolutely.
It's still so good. And you know what? In person, so right there with more of a flat shot, it looks less like it.
It does.
The problem is that with the lighting, it in the really dramatic lighting, it makes the shell part look a little more rounded at the bottom. Like each one has its own round shape at the bottom, and that makes it look worse. Whereas here, it looks a lot better.
It does.
You ask yourself weird questions, though, is my only problem with this sculpt. It's my only problem with the sculpt. And I love it. So NECA, please don't be mad, but how's that sticking out when he's got pants on, guys?
Yeah, that's true. Like that is a thing with turtles.
I understand you wanted to make him like, oh, how cool is it that you see that? I mean, I love the idea of like the jacket buttons up and you see the bottom part of the front shell. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Normally they aren't highlighted like that. They don't really stick out like that because turtles don't wear pants. So you just see legs going up to that. But the problem is it looks like somebody brought the brain out to play. You know what I'm saying? Is the issue like right out the front zipper is what it looks like.
It totally does.
Because the top of the jacket opens up to it, so it looks like it's intentionally being like thrusted.
It does.
And
it does.
the only problem with it. It's such a good sculpt.
Yeah.
I just don't know where the decision was that the pants go like around it or under it. I don't understand that part because I feel like your pants would be over that.
I think it has to do with it might have something to do with articulation, that they that part of the shell is a softer plastic, and that they were maybe reusing some parts, which is, you know, standard practice for a lot of companies.
Yeah.
And that could be part of it. But yeah, it's just a little unsightly, but you know what? The rest of it makes up for it leaps and bounds. Now, the one thing that it's cracking me up though is that he has these here. Let me see if I can zoom in real quick on this. So he has these things on the jacket that are bolted on, and I'm like, how does that work? Like, why would you bolt like metal onto fabric? I get the design.
Well, first of all,
and it looks cool, but yeah.
I mean, obviously you did not grow up as part of the industrial scene.
Oh no, I did not.
Where we just bolt metal to anything,
right?
And like something bolted to a leather jacket, that's cool.
Okay, I didn't realize that was fully like that seems a little too hardcore for me. Like the I think they have it on his back too, on his shell, which the shell makes more sense. But but I can totally now that makes a lot more sense.
Well, the problem is they didn't sell the Skinny Puppy records at Family Christian Bookstore.
They did.
And I understand why.
They did.
But you didn't get to see things bolted to fabric enough.
Exactly. But you just bolt them to crosses, and that's all they did.
And I agree. My first thought about that is I go, oh, cool, man. Like, I like the sculpt on those metal pieces. Then my second thought is like, why is that attached to fabric?
Exactly. But then I go back to it looks cool.
It's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It's Frankenstein. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it's weird to have a turtle Frankenstein, because the thing is that the whole thing about like Frankenstein's monster, right, is that like he was built from like the grave robbed pieces of like all these different people.
Right.
And that's actually like one of the best parts about the original book is like the idea that once Victor Frankenstein stole like the best ears, the best eyes, the best nose. We've talked about this before on the show so many times, because it's like my favorite thing ever. That when he put it all together, it was garish, right? That the most beautiful individual parts made a monster. Where he grave robbing turtles though.
Yeah, where he getting them turtles from? Like, what kind of secrets does Donatello have in this closet?
We got a head on a body. We see a distinctive, like, each hand has been like grave robbed, and I'm like, how did it take all the other turtles to make him?
Right. Now,
because that's scary.
That is terrifying. And now, what if it's like the last Ronin kind of thing, where like all of the other turtles have died and he's just like, that'd be nuts. But
that would be nuts.
But you mentioned that, this is a Frankenstein's monster, excuse me. And now Raphael is not now I don't have all the pictures of them all, unfortunately, but I do have some. And forgive me because they're not they weren't cropped properly. But
we going back in time.
We're going back in time. So this is not the first time the turtles have crossed over. Playmates Toys has dabbled in the old Universal Monsters. Yeah. And they did Michelangelo as Frankenstein. And this we're looking at right here.
Far away we've come.
Yeah.
What a far way we've come in miniatures, huh?
Sorry.
Action figures, not miniatures.
I mean,
same. The models, the small models miniatures that came out back then looked about like this versus what we have now. So yeah, we've come a long way in plastics.
We have. And this is, I mean, even for what this is, I still think these look fantastic. But I saw someone post, I forget where it was. It might have been somewhere on Facebook that they said that Leonardo is the only turtle that has not been Frankenstein's monster yet.
Oh yeah,
because
damn.
I believe that the 2000 the Nickelodeon series cartoon, they did Donatello as Frankenstein's monster. I unfortunately didn't have that image, but and then they
want to know a thing I see.
I do.
The front shell goes under the pants.
Right. So Playmates they chose their hand differently here. They chose a different hand to play different than NECA did. NECA decided to go a little south with it. Playmates decided to go a little north with their take on it. And so a northern exposure up there, if you know what I'm saying. And so
no, that's the
yeah,
Mutant.
I wonder if like every toy company gets to like be like, all right, we get once a year, or at least once a line, we get to do something that looks like this. Where are we going to play that card?
Yeah, you're right. It's almost like, you know, like, oh, like, you know, you can like, you know, say, you know, a certain amount of like F words before you're rated R or whatever.
Exactly.
I think like it's like that kind of thing. Is where do you want to use them?
Same thing.
I remember reviewing these figures, and I still love the gradient on the paint job.
Oh,
I just do. Even though
fantastic.
the top looks like somebody's playing with a brain as well.
It does.
Literally, this time it is the brain. I still love the paint app on this guy so much, even though the rest of him is kind of weird. But God, that gradient is so good.
Yeah, these are so good. And so yeah, the let's see, what was another one that we liked a lot? So
you had Bride of, also like relating in that line. Yes,
Bride of
say you had the Bride of Frankenstein,
April O'Neil. Yeah. Now, if you haven't seen,
I always feel like if you,
yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
I was going to say, I feel like if you ever wanted a Patricia Quinn, aka you know, Magenta figure from Rocky Horror Picture Show, and you just couldn't find one, you could just like paint this one.
Just paint this one. Yeah, yeah. It's not a bad looking figure for what it is. This image is kind of bad, but still, like these, this line is pretty good. And then my favorite still is one of my favorites is Michelangelo is the Invisible Man. That classic.
If they do the Invisible Man now, if NECA does the Invisible Man, what they could do with acrylics now?
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be sick. I'd be all over that.
Oh man!
And then even his head, like the little wrapped head down there with the bandana. Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
So yeah. So
yeah.
The Turtles, they are no stranger to the Universal monsters. And NECA again is no stranger to monsters. Oh yeah, the glow dark mummy. Yeah, it's so good. And so there's a lot to be like had here that I am over the moon about. Howling at it.
We're getting a full line. We're getting howling at it. That's pretty good.
Like
we're getting a full line of this, man.
So
just starting here, that facial expression, the sculpt.
Yeah.
Starting here, and here's the thing, guys. Like Paint App does a lot, right? Paint App does a ton.
It does.
But like, and we've talked about this before, especially if you go back and watch our review on the Cobra Kai Turtles, we really went into sculpt and a lot of stuff in that one. Good sculpt is good sculpt, boys.
Yeah,
that's the end of the game. And NECA destroyed the sculpt on this in the best way you ever could. Like, can we zoom in on that face really fast?
Sure.
And I'll stop waxing poetic, waxing plastic or whatever.
Let me get in the... Oh, face.
No, oh my god. Yeah, that sculpt's great.
Yeah.
You can't like you can't play games with that sculpt. If the paint app doesn't come out, if the paint app doesn't come out right. You know what I'm saying? Like if the paint app like is, let's say we didn't get the wash in there, let's say whatever, I'm seeing sculpt work that you can Tamiya panel line yourself. Like this is here.
Yeah.
This is 100% here. And I can't say enough about it. We've been talking about Universal Monsters from NECA for a while, ever since we saw those SKUs, and we were, you know, being a show, we were trying to think about, okay, so do we go with the speculation? Do we go with whatever? So we've been talking about Universal Monsters for a while. I never imagined it would look this good.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Not even with NECA's history of doing monsters. I know they have a history of monsters, and they always look great.
Right.
I can't even like describe how excited and just how seeing a figure of that caliber, I just can't describe how excited that makes me feel. Like it's just so awesome.
I am right there with you. Now, real quick before we get going, I just wanted to say like so who else do we have that classifies as Universal Monsters? Because I want to talk a little bit more about this. We have Dracula, we have the Mummy, the Wolfman.
Wolfman.
We've got is it
Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Creature from the Black Lagoon. These are all off the dome. So does the Invisible Man count? Does he count?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was
absolutely.
In that.
The Invisible Man, technically the Mutant, which isn't one of the more well-known monsters, but I mean we saw him. We saw his upstairs mix-up. You know what I'm saying, just earlier. So there's him, and of course, Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure we're missing more because you have Igor, for example. You have him, like that was in those old Frankenstein movies.
Right.
So Igor's like the Hunchback is always an option, right? He's an ancillary character, but he's still one of them.
Right.
There's a lot. So are you want to know, like, let me ask you. So you brought up the idea of all the different monsters. So we're not going to go so far deep as to like pick our turtle, pick our monster. Okay?
Right.
Because I feel like that could just take too long. And let's be honest, that gets into too much conjecture.
Yes.
But what I will say is, of all those universal monsters, if you could choose, so we're going to get in April, we're going to get 3 more turtles, is what we're going to call this line.
Right.
Okay. What are the 4 you want?
Oh man,
see?
Okay. Okay. So I want to see.
Frankenstein.
We got Frankenstein. I want to see, and I'm a stickler, so I like. I don't like a lot of old toys, like vintage stuff, but I do like the remakes of them. So like Masters of the Universe classics, I love, but I'm not buying the Masters of the Universe origin stuff because it looks too much like the old stuff, which I'm not a fan of. Well, I'm a fan of it, but I just don't want to spend money on it again. So that being said, I am really jealous of people who have these the Playmates Universal Monsters crossover, and so I would love to see a Michelangelo invisible or any of the turtles really Invisible Man done translucent, like with that and having the wraps and stuff. I think that would be fantastic, and I think NECA could do wonders with that. And then the other one is the Mummy. The Mummy, same thing. Glow in the dark and do something cool with that. That'd be legit. I'm kind of torn between Dracula, because that Dracula is just classy one way or the other, and he's so Dracula as a archetype is so ubiquitous amongst fiction that like you could use that in a lot of different ways if you wanted to, like in toy photos or whatever, on a shelf or whatever you want to do. So I like that, but then the Wolfman is also meets that criteria as well, and so I'm kind of torn between those two. But I might also like to see like a gender bender kind of thing with April. Like maybe make her a sexy Dracula, or not even a sexy Dracula, maybe just a regular Dracula, Draculella. I don't know how. I think Dracuella. Yeah, something like that.
Dracuella.
But yeah, like that might be kind of neat. How about you?
Okay, this might sound kind of controversial.
Okay.
The first one I would love to see is the Invisible Man, and it's for 2 reasons.
Okay.
So one, I think obviously the acrylic work, like you're saying, would be really, really cool.
Right.
The other thing I'd love to see NECA do, and I don't know if they do this, is there's a Games Workshop model. It comes from the Lumineth Realm Lords. And I'm not going to do a very good job describing it. I just want you to know that Lumineth is spelled Lumineth. Realm Lords. Google that invisible model, okay? What they did was they sculpted this thing where it's all the armor of a warrior, but the person inside is invisible. So the armor's all connected to this cape, and it's all suspended, like he's in his action pose, but there's nothing inside it.
Right.
It's like, it's super amazing. It's like one of the best models ever made. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can imagine them doing something like that with the Invisible Man, where it's all this different stuff, and it's an action figure, but it's hollow. Like every invisible part is actually not there.
Right.
It's only the stuff on him that's there. Right. That would look super sweet.
So
like I said, they're in the business of selling plastic, not air.
You'd be surprised. I'm going to tell you, McFarlane, I think, is putting out a My Hero Academia figure that I don't know much about it. All I know is that it's just gloves and boots, I think, and because the character is invisible. And that's all that they have is like it's gloves and boots. But I think there might be like stands for them, but that's essentially the figure. Also, DC Universe Classics, which was put out by Mattel, they had a Gentleman Ghost figure that did similar things to what you're talking about, where they used the collar of his jacket, kind of like the short cape, to prop his hat up, and they had like the monocle like attached to the brim of it, and that's how they did that. Now the figure was a full on figure, but like the fleshy parts would be invisible. They were non-existent.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible.
So and it may be, but I would love to see that. I think it's hard because they did it before, but like obviously Bride of Frankenstein would be sick.
Yeah.
Like I think a modern April. I don't know if it would have to be like a Judith Hogue. I don't know if like NECA.
Oh,
like,
a movie style.
Necessarily do that, like a movie style one. I mean, well, because we're talking about reusing things, right? And I understand that this is a business. So when I think about April, I think about like where would they go with like recent molds they have and like recent parts they can reuse. But I think let's see, if I said Invisible Man, Bride of Frankenstein, I think a werewolf. It's hard with hair. I'm gonna back off the werewolf, and then I'm gonna probably give it. I want Victor Frankenstein.
Oh,
I want Donnie as Victor Frankenstein. I know it's it's the trend.
Okay.
But it could be anybody actually, because we said we're not naming turtles and we're just given the assignment. I want a Victor. I want a truly mad Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Choose somebody to be. It could be April. I don't care. I need a Victor Frankenstein that would pair nicely with this, because I feel like in your display, especially with like the proper spooky lighting, having a Victor Frankenstein like presiding over his creation would be or her creation would be amazing. I would love to double down on that. And then I think Creature from the Black Lagoon, because I know that they've done stuff for that, so they've got that tech. Do you know what I'm saying? They've got that tech already, so
they do.
Those are kind of my picks. Yeah. I think I would stay away from the werewolf, just because we're either having to get real intense on the sculpt with the hair. I mean, we're gonna have to go like we're gonna put all the money in. We're gonna have to hire like 8 dudes. You know what I'm saying? Or we're gonna have to like try to soft good it up, and I don't want to do that. So, or I'm sorry, rooted hair it up. Excuse me. Proper term.
There you go. Proper term.
And I don't want to troll doll this guy up. So those are the ones I would go for. The big one on my shopping list, if it's like, okay, well, but what one do we have to do, would be Victor. I want to see like a mad Victor Frankenstein. It'd be so good, especially to pair along, because they just premiered the Frankenstein creation, like the monster. So that's what I'm looking for. But whatever they come out with, I am so hype.
Yeah,
this model this figure has impressed me so much.
Oh, definitely.
So much. And the stop action video is like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like it,
excellent.
Love that stop motion, man. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Let's hope that they make plenty of them, and let's hope that Have Money Want Thing is a thing.
Oh, absolutely. And if their recent business model for getting these figures out has been an indication of what's to come, then that's great, because I've been able to see and find everything they've been putting out. So hopefully that maintains, and we can get these in hand, and that'll be really exciting. And I echo everything you just said. One quick thing I wanted to mention before we go back to our regularly scheduled program is that someone, and forgive me, I forget your name, but I saw a post before we started recording that they were like, people been asking what the size was, like how it measured up, and they put it next to they put it next to Leonardo from the movie. Their 90s movie, Leonardo, and I think he stands a little taller than that. And
does he?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
This
is off the dome. So like I want to say he's like a full Frankenstein head.
He's got that dome.
Yeah,
he's got that dome.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he needs a little room.
So I think that he definitely has that that extra room up there, like you're saying. And so but that's kind of neat. So I'm really excited about this. And so, what are you excited about this? Watcher, viewer, listener? Let us know. Email us, turtlesoupshow@gmail.com, and let us know what other things you want to see, what other monsters you want to see them, mix and match and mash up with or whatever.
Yeah.
And any other properties or whatnot. We want to hear all about it. So let us know. And if you're not a fan of this, or if you think that we're wrong about any of this, let us know that as well in the comments or email.
We like to know it all.
We do. We like to be proven loud and wrong if we ever are. So thanks for that. And so we'll catch you on the Prime side.
Bye-bye.
We're back. Prime side.
We're back.
Man.
I sent you a picture of that model I was talking about.
Oh,
the Lumineth.
What's his name?
Invisible hero. I don't know his name. I could go into it, but I don't know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But
dang.
Do you see how like there's no model, there's no figure.
It's
armor. It's suspended on different parts, like the leg, the foot and the leg is on the rock.
Right.
It's all like whatever, but it's all hollow. And I think on their website you can actually get a 3D and spin it and see how like hollow it is. It's super cool.
That's awesome.
It's one of the best pieces of modeling I've ever seen. If they could drop that on some Invisible Man, I'd be like, what?
That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
A work of art.
Oh,
It'd be so great. Oh, Jacob Clark in the chat says, with all the crossover TMNT figures, can we please get a Mikey X Vanilla Ice figure? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
that crossover, Mikey X Vanilla Ice.
Interesting. That would be a thing. I'd be interested to see.
I could see that.
We didn't talk about this. We might need to save that for like a different like an email episode or something where we talk about like other things we'd want to see the Turtles crossover with. Because Jacob, like that's what I was it was in my brain like to bring it up, like that thing, and thinking about like musicians. Oh, okay, but I just couldn't get there. But thanks for bringing that up. That would be that'd be very interesting, and I'd like to deep dive on that and get some ideas with y'all and you, Ryan. So maybe we can do something with that later down the road. But yeah. So
are you ready to hop into some of these toy reviews?
I think so.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. I think this is our first time doing. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. It feels like we've been doing YouTube for a lot longer than what we have. But
it does. I think we've done toys on here. We did. We did.
Okay.
We did. Because we did toys. Yeah, we did like a whole run of toys with Chris. Like Chris helping us out on the toy stuff and the sketches. We did.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, I get so even when we're not doing YouTube, we look at these and I'm like, did we do this already? Like, I don't think we did. I don't know.
This many toys you're starting to question it a little bit sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And then they re-release stuff.
That's true, too.
So you're like, okay, like they already did this, maybe, but like it's a little different. And we've come across things we thought we did that we didn't do, but they were just different.
They were just different. Oh my goodness, I heard that. So, yeah, let's see.
Further ado.
Yeah. Do you want to start with the Coil Force? Do you want to go that route? And
you know what? I hate to say this, Eric, but I want to start with naming the damn winner of Ryan's radically rewatchable rerun raffle.
Dang,
bro, I don't know what it is. We spent so long worrying. So a little behind the curtain. We've just been like coming back from a week off. We needed it, by the way.
We did
because that was just an intense run of that.
It was emotional.
Series. We needed the week off. We were like figuring our shit out. But the biggest thing is like, we drew the winner for this thing, and we've been so hyped on giving it away. Mm-hmm. We drew the winner, and like we kind of had like a little mini celebration.
Yeah.
Like on the phone call last night when we drew it, we're like, yeah. We talked about it forever. Like we like walked around our houses and talked about it.
Oh yeah.
And we were like, how cool it was, and like how cool it was that we were able to do that for somebody, and all this crap that like. I think I put it like kind of weirdly behind me, and then add that like nerves to the show of like, okay, but now we got to come back in with toys and like make sure, and and even a week off, you get a little rusty.
Oh yeah,
I keep forgetting, and I apologize. This needs more pomp and circumstance. This is the conclusion. This is my copy of this damn thing, and this is gonna go away from me and go to a lucky Turtletarian. You know what I'm saying? This has been, I mean, it's hard for me to actually wrap my head around the fact that, like, I'm not going to have this in my house anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that got in my head the other day. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I had to, like, deal with my feelings about it, and it's all crazy. But I'm going to pull it out.
Oh,
and I'm going to hold it for probably one of the last times.
One of the last times.
On here. So, this is what we're talking about. We picked a winner for this thing.
We did.
This is real life.
Did. And
this happened, okay? And it's beautiful.
It is, and it's very beautiful of y'all that to enter in and subscribe and do everything that y'all did. And especially to everyone who like went above and beyond and got all 4 tickets and stuff like that, and that was awesome.
Yes,
and
that was
we really
huge.
appreciate that, and so that was a lot of fun for us to go through that.
Yes, it was. It was fun. We got it all into a spreadsheet. We got like all the subscribers. We did all the stuff. And added up everybody's like, you got one for being a patron. You got one for entering the email contest. You got one for you leaving a comment. We added all that stuff up. And then we went to my favorite number, to be very, very transparent. Went to my favorite number, random number generator. I've used it to decide what weapons and arms I put on certain models in my Chaos Army to make it as random as possible, keeping in theme with the chaos of chaos.
Right.
This is my favorite random number generator, random.org. I recommend you all use it. It's one of the oldest internet sites ever, it feels like. That uses actual random atmospheric noise to create its random numbers. It is not a algorithm in a computer, which, as we know, computers cannot be truly random.
Yeah, no.
But random atmospheric data can be absolutely random and chaos. And we ran them all up, and we came up with a winner.
We did.
And we're excited. So, do you want me to announce it?
I do.
I feel like
it's your thing. It's your baby.
Yeah,
you're
my
giving
copy.
Away.
So, hit the number. Came up with a number, raced down my spreadsheet. Who is it? Who won it?
Right.
And the winner was John Klein III.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? John Klein III got it.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Because I was thinking about like Walker, and I was thinking about like being able to watch it with him, and I was thinking about all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then I found out that and this isn't the last raffle we're gonna do, by the way.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we realized that raffle should be spelled with a PH way too late into this process.
Yeah, that was
a big shout out to M. Wilson, who named Ryan's radically rewatchable raffle. He ran that one out.
That's right, he did.
And we missed our cherry on top with the PH. So this isn't the last raffle we're gonna do because it's super fun.
Yeah.
So, but I will say it is quite awesome. So John did all the things he had to do, and this is because this isn't going to be the last raffle. So, like, we got more raffles, more a little two raffles in the future, and that's what the next one's going to be called. It's going to be called a little two raffle. I don't know what we're going to raffle off. It might just be like
we'll find something
like pictures of us in the Frankenstein outfit, with our Frankenstein monsters with our own things hanging out. You never know what it's going to be. But the next little two raffle, I got to say, it pays to get all your tickets.
It does.
It pays to play the numbers game because looking back, John Klein III. He had all 4 tickets.
He did.
When it was all said and done, I was like, wow. Because I actually even kept track of because I wanted just for my own stats to know like who did all 4 tickets, like who did all 4 to see. Because as you know, there's always a random chance that it would just not be someone, right? It would be someone who just subscribed, for example.
Exactly.
Which is valid, and it was exactly with its barrier entry. But yeah, his probability was high, and I don't think it could go to a better longtime listener and contributor of the show, John Klein III. So John, email us, let us know, like specific, I know you're a patron as well. So we have an address for you.
We do.
Let us know if like this package is a little too big, if you want it shipped somewhere else or, somewhere, maybe a little different cause it's a doorstep package or whatever. Let us know if you want it autographed, where you want it autographed, what color you want it autographed in. We'll take care of that.
All the details.
Or if you
let
just
us
don't
know.
want it autographed, cause you'd be like, well,
which is completely fine with us.
Which is absolutely valid.
Yes.
It's going to be hard for me to actually write my name on this somewhere. So, I mean, like, I have to overcome that mountain.
Right.
But I want to thank everybody that subscribed to the YouTube channel, everybody who did anything that we talked about to get tickets. That was always so great. Everybody who hyped us up and stuff like that for this contest. And I congratulations to the winner.
Yeah. Yes. Congratulations, John. You did it.
I feel like a weight's off my chest now. I feel like
there you
happened.
Go. Right.
It's somebody else. It's like I went through this in my own private time, but now I've announced it to the internet that it happened.
Right.
So now it's just on its way to its new home.
Right. Exactly.
You might,
that's a good feeling.
John, you might also get pictures of me like sadly clutching it. Like weird like Polaroid pictures of like the last moment that I had it in my arms.
There you go.
Anyways, with all of that being said, are you now ready to get into our feature presentation?
I think so. So
okay.
Here we are. We're back in 1996. And
96.
This is a you talk about this a lot. You mentioned how this is. You said you have some words that you use, and I can never think of them off the dome. But you basically talk about how this is the beginning. Actually, no, this is probably like into the lurch or the dead times, the quiet times, if you will, of turtle fandom for the initial like crest has already kind of it's on the downward spiral kind of thing. Yes. And so these toys, they're like Playmates is trying whatever they can, and they're just throwing ideas out and just getting things, just milking it for as much as they can. And so tonight we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about the Muta-Force Turtles, the Coil Force Turtles, and the Mini Mutant Turtle in a Turtle playsets, and all of the metatextual crisis that these bring about when you think about this stuff too much and literally as an adult and former child. So Ryan, I think, do you want to start off with Coil Force, which is very hard for me to say?
Coil Force.
Is that hard for you to say at all?
We can start with that. Coil Force is not my favorite two words to combine, no, for various reasons.
Right.
We'll start off with one. You know what? I feel like, these guys are intimidating me a little bit. Talk about our previous conversation in the pregame show, hashtag Rob Liefeld.
Yes.
When you turn these guys sideways, they might look a little like somebody's Captain America that may or may not be nude.
Oh my goodness.
But this is, let's start off with Donatello. I'm taking home team. You know what I'm saying? Home team, Donatello, my favorite turtle. We're starting it. Coil Cool Donatello. Now, he is the super springy superhero, if you were curious.
Right.
He came with his accessories, which include the bodacious power pounding bows.
Goodness. No. Why
would you like to get power pounded turtle in a turtle? That's a question.
That is a question. My goodness.
Foot shredding knife.
Okay.
And the slicing stars. Now, before we get into the description, Eric, what do you guys say about the way this dude, the presentation? The way this guy
the presentation.
Let's
see. Well, this is neat. It's kind of it looks like a hybrid of the what was it? The Super Turtles, the ones that were based off of the anime and the manga and stuff like that.
Yeah, the hero Gaijin Turtles.
Yeah. It has like a lot of that angular look to it. But it's mixed with the original Playmates kind of aesthetics in the sense of like the color and a lot of the same like things and vibe that they were pulling off back in the day. So I kind of like that juxtaposition, but the proportions are just this looks like a monster. Like this like if you gave him like a different head that looked kind of like they had the eyeglass and like the other stuff, this would look like the group mutation version of him, almost like has similar proportions.
And you know, and he looks kind of like, to me, like Dr. Dre after he got jacked. Remember that?
Yeah, he totally
like Dr.
does.
Dre was
he
always
totally
just kind of
does.
like more of like, he was always like the heavy set guy. You know, in the group, it's like it's all good. He's got a little pudge. It's fine. You know, that's my Dre daddy.
Yeah.
And then like all of a sudden he was in that video, and you were like, holy crap! Like when him and Trent Reznor both got jacked at the same time, and you're like, well, that's not good. And then you got worried that like, you know, you had to go to a therapist and say that like, I feel like Natural Born Killers 2 soundtrack's going to kill me, and they say Natural Born 2 Killers soundtrack isn't real. It can't hurt you. The team up of Dre and Trent Reznor that made the first soundtrack so great come back and hurt you, but then you show them a picture of jacked up Dr. Dre and Trent together, and you're like, I just don't. I think you're lying, therapist.
Exactly.
And then
and then you're both
find yourself where I am right now.
Then you're both on the couch. Yep.
And then like, so, what do you think? He sold them all?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is not a thing. Like, so
exactly. Now, one thing I want to talk about though, real quick, on the front package, which is interesting to me, and I'm not sure why they did this. I didn't see anything in my research as to why this is it, but they mentioned the I guess that's a assortment number and stock number.
Assortment number and stock number are on the front,
prominently displayed. Let me get it there.
Be on the back.
Yeah, exactly. And I was wondering if this, so I acquired these images off the internet, and I didn't know if this was like a watermark necessarily for someone at first. And I was like, oh, well, let me check some of the other ones. And no, they all have this. And
Yeah, it's kind of almost sometimes rare that you would get that full front card anyway, but the fact that like it mainly says like the biggest printing, I mean that printing is almost as big as the word Donatello, like
yeah, it is
in size of the font. I mean,
Right.
like, yeah, that's strange.
right.
I can't say we've ever seen that. I do like the background of that J card though.
Oh, yeah.
I like that border on the left, and I don't know.
Oh,
And we're
the
still
border on the left?
sporting the
Oh,
10th
yeah.
anniversary of we're still supporting the 10th anniversary of. I love that I'm doing things to make you have to move the frame around.
I know. Sorry, I'm trying to get there. Yeah. Yeah.
We still have our 10th anniversary badge, which you know, badge of honor. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
great.
Like, you know,
Oh,
we
yeah.
got ourselves a 10th anniversary coming up here next
We
year.
do.
Just wanna
We
let you guys
do.
know, you know what I'm saying? October of 2022 could be the 10th anniversary of Turtle Soup. So
Could
we
be.
might have to make our own logo. And
We
put
might
it on
have
all
to.
of our shit. You know what I'm saying?
We
like,
might better.
Bro, that might be when we have to make lacquer pins. Because I would wear a 10th anniversary if it looked like that. I'd wear that on every shirt I ever had.
Oh, yeah.
Screw the holes. Don't
Right.
care. Don't care about holes in all of my shirts. Don't care.
Right. We also might need to have the warning sign for small parts and not for children under 3 years old on the
I mean,
shirt
it clearly
as well.
says above that 4 and up. So
4 and up,
I mean,
exactly.
Like, if
So
you want to know about under 3, I mean, like what's going on, not for children under
Right.
3 years. That's interesting because it kind of like leaves you a gap in the 3 year. It's a danger zone. It's like when you're 3, you could
does.
choke, but also you could be. It depends on your emotional maturity.
There's a lot on the line.
What kind of decision making skills you have. So the last thing to talk about, you know, we just cover this. That way we're good for the other 3 of them.
Right.
Is that these are the Coil Force Turtles, and the Coil Force refers to the fact that the reason that these boys do look like Dr. Dre making the Natural Born Killers 2 soundtrack, which could scare you in your dreams. The reason they are so jacked is because they have the Coil Force action, the Cowabunga spring articulation. If you need it,
it's so good.
You could pull both of their arms. Illustrated here. You can pull both of their arms back, and they'll kind of karate chop, and then their legs also have springs that kick forward if you pull it back.
Yeah.
So that is Coil Force. They hit other things.
They do.
On the back of the J card, I don't know if you have an image of that.
I do. Let me
do the back of it.
Let's see.
Something very. All right, so if you zoom in on our 2 turtle friends, that are together at the bottom there. That's the Dylan, you son of a bitch handshake from Predator.
That totally.
I am 100% about that, and if I own those figures, they would be in that.
They would
all
be
the time.
Now,
the only thing I would add would be a little bit of oil to glisten those muscles up, because
of course
those biceps got to be glistening with the sweat.
Oh yeah,
you know, you're pushing paper,
right?
Dylan, you son of a bitch. I mean, it's basically what it is, and I love it.
Look at these. These look fantastic in this image. Like that detail.
They do.
Oh,
they do. No,
goodness.
it's not that like they don't look. They're just all bulky and they're just big. They're just buff. Dr. Dre can't hurt you, but I feel like he can. That's the problem.
Right.
Like they just look so different.
They do.
Right. Like because they're so boxy.
But I think they look great. You know what? Though.
I think they look great. The only downside is I feel like the problem is like from doing so many of these figures, it's just because I know it has an action figure.
Feature.
The minute I know it's got an action feature, and then I see that he looks like Buff Dr. Dre Can't Hurt You.
Right.
That's when I say, oh, that's an element of the design, not that's an element of the design for the practicality, not because they wanted to make a Jack Turtle like Dr. Dre Can't Hurt You.
Right.
So, I kind of feel like. That's what I gotta say about it a little bit. But anyway,
I get it.
You want to hear about them?
I do real quick, but I want to also just point out this, and we don't have to talk about it again. The Playmates website logo is fantastic.
World Wide Web.
Visit Playmates. Yeah, that's not confusing for anybody in the 90s.
Looking logo I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
that's like one of the most 90s looking thing. It feels like. And then watch Hackers. Is what that logo says. And then go watch Hackers again.
And then there's the assortment number and the stock number down in the bottom right. Like, I don't understand why they had to have that.
Just done it there. No.
Yeah, that's strange.
Don't know why. Maybe that's when they start this year. I'll have to look at the other figures and see. So, the Coil Cool Donatello. You want to hear about this guy?
I desperately do.
Okay. I'm gonna sell you this figure. You're gonna buy him even though Buff Dr. Dre can't hurt you, and you
Okay.
you can. You're gonna buy it anyway. You know what I'm saying? No
I
matter
do.
what the therapist says, you're gonna buy it.
Okay.
Only a great superhero like Donatello could survive a bath and bioengineer mutagens. But dudes, it's no problem. Cool Donatello's got some. I feel like Coil Donatello should have been what was said, and now Coil doesn't feel.
That doesn't feel as good. No, that doesn't sit well.
Coil Donatello's got some new bad dude busting superpowers. Speaking of turtle and a turtle, cause of those coiled viruses. Does it really say viruses? I'm reading a transcribed thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. That's so weird.
It says viruses. That's what it says on the card.
His spring-sational strength makes him feel like super steel.
Yep.
Turtle. With his Cowabunga technology, Donatello is coiled and ready to spring and lash out against foot fools. He's pumped, primed, and pepperoni prepared. I feel like they could have just said pepperoni, and that would have been great.
That would have been
Pepperoni to pastify all opponents everywhere. Dude, it's easy. Just pull back an arm, and Coil Donatello's fists will fly fast and furious at the foot. That's some alliteration. We're back, boys.
Love it.
Or try pulling his leg back so that the coil force will kaboot an enemy into a different time zone. Coil Donatello's spring-sational strength of steel will super slam every slime boy every time. Dude, the sewers just became safer. The crying sign boys. Dudes, the sewers just became safer with the Coil Force Turtles on patrol.
Dang. Ooh, you sold me on that one.
He can't hurt you.
He can't.
That's what the therapist told me.
Unless you pulled him back and
he's
in
not
front
real
of
and
you.
he can't hurt you. That's true. If you coil a bunga his ass right, I mean, he might get you.
He might get you.
Who are you going with?
Let's see here. Let's see. Who do we have? I think we're going to go with Leonardo. I think that's what we're going to do.
Lickety split Leonardo?
Lickety split Leonardo.
So guess what? They paint him different.
They do. Like,
moving on.
Check that out. He's blue. And he's got an L on his belt.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's got an L on his belt. Mega T, Mega Tie, Mega Toe, Mega 2. If I get that old Dana Carvey joke, you're good.
So like you said, he's exactly just like Donatello, just different colors.
Yeah.
His Lickety Split Leonardo, the wild wound up leader. His accessories, kickin' katanas, loopin' longsword, and shreddin' shogun stars, and they're all right there. There you go.
Wow.
So
Jeez.
I guess that's the longsword on the right. Interesting. It looks like it's got a croissant, like it stabbed a croissant. And was like, all right,
it did actually. It stabbed the teeniest little croissant and got it.
That's the look I'm going for. But yeah, his action features all the same thing. Just a
by the way,
swap.
stock number 15154.
Right. So they do change.
Nasty.
Exactly.
Yes.
So all right, let's see here. So here we go. Look out, dudes. Lickety Split Leonardo is coiled like a cobra and ready to spring into action. After the coil-shaped mutagenic viruses washed over him, there we go. Now we know what the viruses are.
Yeah, we got it. The viruses, okay.
Should have started with Leo. That makes a lot more sense. All right.
Wuhan got him all in check.
It did. So, after the coil-shaped mutagenic viruses washed all over him, you might think Leonardo would need time to recover. No way, infection face.
No way. No way, infection face.
Our pizza poppin' platoon leader can't wait to test his new Cowabunga technology against some simpy foot.
Did they just call those foot some simps? Bro.
They did.
Dude, this one's already up. They're talking about the boys and everything.
Everything.
Oh, my God.
He's wild. He's wound up, and he wants to whack the enemy back to the slime age. Goodness. Oh, I love it. I love it. Pull back an arm, and his new Coil Force bodacious bod will pizza punch any opponent and knock them back into their toxic dump.
Or don't push on the litter box if you don't want that to happen.
That's how you do it. That's the tech right there. Or Cowabunga or Cowabunga Karate Kick, a footful into infinity and beyond. I guess Toy Story already come out, so
Toy
that
Story reference. Oh,
yeah. So that's very weird. I don't like that. Oh,
Yep.
that's weird.
Yep.
I
mean that they Greg Land traced that line right into the bio. You know what I'm
they
saying?
totally
That's what
did.
that was.
Lickety split Leonardo's speed and power will win every battle. Dudes, the sewer just became safer with the Coil Force Turtles on patrol. And I just spit everywhere. So
that's fine.
That's your boy, Lickety Split Leonardo, the wild wound up leader. So
now I'm gonna take on Rapid Recoil and Raphael because even though you went with the leader of the team,
right.
I'm gonna leave Mikey for you because that's your boy.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate
that's
that.
how we're doing this.
Okay.
This is Rapid Recoil and Raphael, the foot flinging power pal. What's he look like, Eric?
So he looks pretty much just like all the others, except skin tone and bandanas, and the grin on his face is different, and the letter on his belt.
Like, I hate to say it, I think he might be the best looking color with this design. In my opinion, I think that the certain Raphael green they have, more of the pea green, kind of works a little bit more.
I think so too.
The sculpt looks better with it. I don't know.
It does. And correction, they all have the same face. So it's all that same grin, which is strange for a turtle because they set the precedent for always changing the grins. That is very odd.
Face, so it doesn't. Yeah,
right.
No, that's really strange.
So you can tell your mom, I got to have the other, or your dad, the other one, because I need the other grin. That's what
I mean, it's literally Mega T, especially when it comes down to just the paint app version. I mean, this is stock number 15153. If you're keeping track,
nasty.
Raphael came with Shreddin' Samurai Size.
Mm-hmm.
They look just like Size to me. Bodacious Bashin' Battle Axe.
Yeah.
I mean, word. And the Shredder Barraging Blade.
That's
like
neat.
a handheld, like circular blade. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Get them. And this is your boy. You ready? So there you are. Like minding your own business down in the sewers. When suddenly this wave of bioengineered mutagen almost drowns your fave 4 hard-shelled heroes? Fret not, Ninja fans, for Raphael's got everything under control. The coil-shaped viruses in his sewer shower are put to work to transform our hero into Rapid Recoil and Raphael. With his new Cowabunga technology, Raphael's ready to roll like spring steel and rock some foot dunderheads.
Oh, okay.
He's a rip-roaring, bad boy bashing, shredder-mashing phenom. Get in on the action and pull back Rapid Recoil and Raphael's arm kerslam. Raphael's recoil and chops.
It says kerslam. That's wild.
He says kerslam. Raphael's recoil and chops will crunch those crusty foot crooks. It's back.
I love
when they get that alliteration.
Yep.
Love it. Then pull Raphael's leg back so that his coil force power can pizza pulverize an enemy into a quivering mass of mozzarella. As soon as Raphael's arms and legs recoil back from a punch or kick, they're raring to roar out again and sewer smash evildoers. Your boy does not need a break, doesn't need a drink of water, doesn't need a cigarette. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You rip him back again, recoil again. He's gonna make you quiver again. That's what we're doing here with Raph. You know what I'm saying? He's rapid recoiling, guys. Like, it's no joke. You've heard the stories. But it's real.
A quivering mass of mozzarella.
Your girl told you about it, and now you know.
That's amazing,
dudes. The sewers just became safer with Coil Force Turtles on patrol. They reused that line. I don't like that. They did. Like that. Both of mine had that line. It's like you got to write another line.
Yeah.
Rapid Recoil on Raph's ready to get back into action, guys. He will quiver your mozzarella, and he's ready to go right again. As soon as they recoil back from a punch, they're ready to roar again.
Ready to go again. Yep.
That's a direct threat to you and everything that you hold dear.
Right. So when she tells you not to worry about, Rapid Recoil and Raphael,
that's the rap.
You need to.
That's a little bit of like, ultra buff Dr. Dre. Raph can't hurt you. But
right.
Then there he is.
Exactly.
In reality.
Exactly. I just realized that the back of the card says shred and save, like around the
oh, that's pretty great.
Around the flavor text.
That's pretty fantastic.
That's
pretty
beautiful.
Fantastic. I love that.
All right,
Shred
so let's take a look at Michelangelo. The oh goodness, I zoomed way in on that. All right, here we go. This is a little blurry. Mighty Mech Michelangelo. That's stock number 15152 for those who are stocking. And yeah, Ryan, what do you think he looks like?
I don't know. I mean, he looks like every other one, literally, just a different paint app. I would say that like at least the reference picture I'm getting here, I'm kind of surprised at like there's some sloppy paint app on the knee pads here, but in reality, I don't know if I actually think that Mikey looks like the worst color for this sculpt.
That's fair.
Something about that Mikey's color of green, and once again, Playmate's great. Every turtle maintains that color they've had since '87. I love it. I love that they're all different colors greens. My favorite. Yeah. But his more foresty green kind of doesn't play the sculpt super well.
Right.
So
I think
I'd rank him. I think he might be at the bottom of the list.
I think it whereas Raphael accentuates the sculpt, I think that because his color is lighter, I think that because Mikey's is darker, it de-emphasizes all the other textures.
Yeah, it starts to meld in. Like you lose the sculpt because you don't have the contrast in the shadows now.
Precisely.
You know what I mean? And Donnie for some reason didn't look too bad, even though you'd say he's like the darkest one.
Right.
For some reason, Donnie, I can't explain it. Maybe it's the chest detail just looks better on him.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Could be.
But they're about going A, B in them. Actually, they're the same. Neither one of those colors actually work with the sculpt. Raph's the one where the color works the best with the sculpt,
right.
I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
Mikey, the power thrusting turtle.
Dang it. All right. Mighty Mech Michelangelo, the power thrusting turtle. His accessories are let's see, what do they say? Really nasty nunchucks. Yeah. Cowabunga chopping axe and bodacious battling. I don't think it is. I think it's slightly different. I think it's
different.
I think it might be.
Mega Tide.
I don't think they did.
I don't know. I got Raph right here.
Yeah, check it out because I already closed that tab on my end. But I might be mistaken.
It is a different sculpt. His has a longer handle, and the handle is unadorned on Raph's. It's just a straight shaft, if you will.
Yeah.
Mikey's has the wrap, and it's shorter.
Yeah.
So my bad. I'm sorry, Playmates.
Right.
Don't
so
me.
And. So, and I think Mikey's axe is just for cowabunga chopping. Like, that's the only things you can chop with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then his bodacious battle and blade, which looks like the, whatever the weapon is that the Klingons fight with, like their main.
That'd be a batleth.
A batleth, yes. So, thank you.
Got him. I know that. I know that.
I said I put it on the tee for you. That's what I did. So here we go. So here
I do have value.
You do bring something to the table. Yeah. So here's the let's see, the power thrusting turtle. Goodness, are you ready for this?
One hand on his lower back.
Yep.
Go.
Goodness. Wow, Mighty Mech Michelangelo has his muscles tenser than a roll of spring steel. Ever since those coil-shaped mutagenic viruses transformed him, Michelangelo's been real anxious to start thrusting his super fast fist and feet at a foot fiend's jaw or kneecap.
Right in your jaw, though.
Or, yeah, just thrusting.
Right in your jaw. Thrusting.
Sorry. I got to prepare myself for this. Personally,
the next two words are so great.
That's why I had to. I had to take a second and compose myself.
Breathe through it, friend.
Okay.
You got this.
I'm going to back up a little bit and see if I can get it. So, Michelangelo's been real anxious to start thrusting his super fast fists and feet at a foot fiend's jaw or kneecap. Personally, popping Shredder's noggin. Couldn't do it. Oh, God.
Personally popping Shredder's noggin. Like, Mikey, stop rapping, dude. Dude, I mean, like, I understand like Buff Drake can't hurt me, but like, I feel like I feel like Mikey's dope verses are about to start hurting me.
They're
You know
gonna
what I'm
start hurting
saying?
you. Oh goodness. So,
Personally, I pop it shredders, not
all right. Personally popping Shredder's noggin with the new Cowabunga technology would make Mighty Mech Michelangelo mighty happy too. He's mad, he's rad, and he wants to be your he's mad.
he wants to be your
He wants to be your new
Oh
dad.
my god.
So
He wants to be your dad.
he's mad, he's rad, he wants to recycle. Goodness, hold on. This is all this rapping.
You're killing me here.
He's mad, he's rad, and he wants to recycle Shredder and the Foot Clan into pizza boxes. Pull his arm back, and his new Coil Force strength will sewerize anybody with one blazing blast to the head. Man, he's hitting them dome shots. Then pull his leg back and let it thrust out for a Cowabunga karate kick. Mighty Mech Michelangelo's power thrust will conquer anybody.
Anybody.
Dudes, the sewers just became safer with the Coil Force Turtles on patrol. Woo! Dang.
Mikey called. He left his shoes under your mom's bed.
He did. He personally popped in and
He did personally, and it made him happy. He was happy to do it.
It
made him mighty happy too. To do
mighty
that.
happy. Jeez,
God damn.
that's so good.
They really amped up the innuendo on that one, man. It was pretty intense.
They totally did.
Also, so just to summarize, I guess we get to add this to Turtle Canon that at some point, everybody was in the shower at once. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a ghost story, a scary story around the campfire. One night, this is for Halloween.
Okay.
One night, all turtles were in the shower all at one time because I feel like they all had to be exposed to the virus all at once. So everybody was in the shower all at one time showering. And all through the house, not a creature was stirring except for Raphael in his Frankenstein's monster outfit, and everyone could see what he was bringing to the party. He was in the shower with it. Right. And then Wuhan got you all in check, and a virus came dropping through the water because it turns out when you shower in the sewer, you're already in the nasty.
Yes.
And a virus came and washed all over them. And because they drink the water that comes out of the sewer and shower, they all got a virus, and it put coil-shaped virus into their bodies that made their arms get strong like the kid from Rookie of the Year, and their legs get strong like kid from the Rookie of the Year, and then everyone got really, really horny.
And that's how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles started.
And we coiled into action.
Oh my goodness.
End.
So yeah, that's Coil Force for you right there. Say that 5 times fast.
Coil Force for you.
That was probably like
Coil Force for you is what I was experiencing while I was doing those reviews.
That was. All right, so let's move on to the.
You ready for Muta-Force?
I'm ready for Muta-Force. I believe I am. Let's see.
What in the hell is happening?
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Turtles. Now, look. I like mech bodies as much as anybody does.
Right.
This Halloween season, it always warms my heart to see some enterprising dad dressed up as a mech from Alien.
Right.
Their kid is little Ridley inside.
Right.
I love it. We're going to nuke them from orbit. Do you know what I'm saying? I love it to death. But boys, Playmates, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? What is going on with Muta-Force Turtles?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with my boy Donnie.
Okay.
I need to check in.
Let's see if I.
So let's go to Donnie.
All right.
Dynatronic Donatello, the Cyberdynamic Destroyer. Now, I'll say a few things about this. Well, first of all, you got the description. So why don't you say a few things about Dynatronic Donatello for us.
Right. So Dynatronic Donatello. Yeah, let me pull him up real quick. I apologize. I was somewhere else. Yeah, this thing. Okay, so I agree with you. I am right there with you. I love mechs. I think they look fantastic and they're always fun. And I remember the game Mech Warrior. That was I always had a blast playing that. And I love this is tapping into some.
Forget the Atlas from Mass Effect. Like
Oh
the suit
yeah,
that Cerberus has, and you can get in one at one point in the game and like go around.
Right.
Like that's really cool.
And then Power Rangers is effectively that, or at some points they have versions of that. So it all scratches that same itch. The problem is that at some point, and I brought this up the other day with I forget where I brought this up, but the Turtles are pretty narcissistic. They
got their branding down. Everything's got to look like them.
That is a positive spin on it. Like it's funny because I don't know where the inspiration would come from. So for instance, if we're talking about 1987 animated series, the Turtles are still Splinter's like, don't be seen. Now I don't know how much of that is like old dad Splinter not wanting his kids to be caught and have something bad happen, or if they just want to maintain their secrets. I guess that's kind of the hand in hand, but yeah. So, but like, if you're gonna try to be secret, it was because the Turtle Blimp came out. That's right. The reissue of that. And I'm like, why would they need that still? Like I was talking to Shannon, my wife, about it, and I was like, this is obnoxious. Like you're ninja. And so secrecy and sleight of hand and being like undercover, all this stuff, that's all in your repertoire, and you're out here with a blimp. Like why on earth would you want that? Like there's nothing that's
we did discuss that Invincible taught us that no one looks up.
There is that. So, however,
people don't look up.
We're in New York City. And New York City's skyscrapers, their skyline is a lot different than here in the old Florida, FLA. It's like, flatlands. So, but
the only thing we look up at is the phosphate mountains.
Exactly, the Florida mountains. But you do have a good point. The Invincible did say that people don't look up, and it's true. But still, the idea that they would like brandish their name across the city, that was always weird. This takes it to another level. This is like,
it does.
Why did you putting a face? So
what if it looked like us?
What if this? Yeah, I built this robot. Now, did I give it 5 fingers? No, I gave it 2 fingers and a thumb, just like I have.
Right. It's like, come on, boys.
Yeah.
Like,
and
we have the technology. We can make him better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can make him better than he was. Like if the $6 million man was just a dude.
Right.
They're like, we did it. It cost $6 million. He's just like he was.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what this is. And this thing now, as far as the mech features, it looks pretty cool. It's very robotic. It's funny because you said how did you pronounce this? Dynatronic, which is how it's read. Like that's exactly how it's read, or spelled. But in my head, I was like, wait, is there a dinosaur like motif to this? And on the image we're showing on here, I kind of like on the shoulders and the back, it looks like it might be like a pterodactyl. And I was like, oh,
I think that's mainly supposed to be like Shogun armor, actually, like a samurai Shogun kind of look, probably.
But. Right, but I guess they were also messing with the word dynamic. That they were trying to play on that too. Yeah. And so, but still, there's that motif that kind of has that, and it kind of gave me like pause for a second. I was like, that's interesting. But what you're seeing on screen is the box, like the card that shows the image of the promo shot of the figure. Yeah. And like we've talked about previously, these are usually like dolled up a little bit more and slightly different. And I don't know, Ryan, what do you think? Do you like the box art better, or not art, but the box photo on the front better, or do you like the actual like product version better? Because I'm leaning towards the box, like the mock-up.
Yeah, of course. The mock-ups got you on what looks like true metallic metals on the paint job on that to make it look shiny versus like yellow plastic,
right?
Gold. I don't necessarily love that he's all like golded out
Yeah.
They don't like the paint app in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
I really like mechs. I really like mechs. I don't know. I think I prefer the mock-up. There's a really good shot in the back of the box of like even a better shot of the mock-up. Little head and a little more straight for you, and you see some better aspects of it. I think what kind of bothers me though about it is that the turtle you get inside it is out of scale with your other turtles. Now I understand.
Right.
There's a little part of me that kind of wants 4 little turtles.
Mm-hmm.
I can, like, put in my pocket, like run around with.
Right.
Little.
Right.
This is fun. It's like turtles I can play with my GI Joes with. My 3-inch GI Joes. I feel like these turtles could be in my GI Joe world. Do you know what I'm saying with my short GI Joes?
Right.
I feel like that would be cool. I might have said 3-inch for GI. I think I meant 4.
Mm-hmm.
The little GI Joes. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Maybe they were 3-inch. I can't remember what scale those were.
So
Anyway.
GI Joe was 3 3/4. These I think are smaller than that. These are 2 inches tall, probably 2 to 3 inches.
Remember,
no, not 3
that
inches.
the turtles are like only like 5 feet tall.
You have a very valid point. That is
saying.
absolutely
so actually,
true.
Would they not be the best scale
That
to
might
play with my GI Joes with?
Okay, so I was high roading you or high, whatever that phrase is.
I saw you were trying to do it to me.
I was trying to not do it, but I had to. The toy in me, the toy guy in me, I couldn't do it.
Of course, the toys in me. Yep.
But you bring up a very valid point. That is true. They should be shorter, and that might be pretty close. You might be able to fudge that. So, but yeah, no, I get it. Not so yeah,
it's America's hat rack.
It is America's hat rack. Well, you're absolutely right. The little turtles that it comes with are really cool, and they
can have value,
way cooler on the back.
Also, at the same time, if you're gonna make a mech, make it big, you cowards.
Yeah.
I understand that they were looking for a different price point on these boys.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, give me a mech my actual turtle can fit into.
Right.
An actual 6-inch scale turtle, my scale. You know what I'm saying? My scale size. Get that boy in there because it'd be cool. But then again, at that point, you're talking about a big box item.
Yep.
It's looking like Krang's Android body kind of style thing. And then we're talking a lot more money that people probably aren't going to spend on Dynatronic Donatello, frankly.
No.
Because we're entering the bitter end.
Right.
Where it's like, let's see what happens. I do love mechs a lot. That's why I'm going to be kind. But it is weird to get a little mini Don and a little mini turtle with it.
Yeah.
I just don't know what you do with this toy.
Yeah.
I would love to know how many of these they actually sold.
I would too.
Like how many people popped on the Cyber Dynamic Destroyer. They were like, that's what I'm going to spend my allowance on today.
Right.
My $10 I'm going to spend on this.
Like, and my only gripe with what we're looking at here on the back of the box is just that it has the face of the turtle on the the part
like the face.
The canopy, I guess is what it's called, where that drops down over the mini turtle that gets inside of it. That's the only thing I don't like about it. If it was just like more mechanical and just like a piece of plastic, I would I could deal with the hands and the feet. That's fine. But yeah, everything else.
Well, also I hope that we get some kind of like explanation in the
flavor text.
And the flavor text for like why the turtles need mechs.
Right.
Because like I feel like we just got done literally in real time in the journey watching 10 years of the turtles not use mechs but still conquer everybody and be ready for anyone and anything except for Donatello's popcorn.
Right.
So I feel like I don't totally understand why we needed a mech.
Well,
so like obviously like an Alien, we needed a mech to like lift up like boxes of cargo and be cool. And then in 40K, some Space Marines need mechs because they fight actual demon princes, and they have mechs actually that look a lot like this, except they don't have the head on it.
Yeah.
And people call it the baby Bjorn because the little Space Marine sticks out the front and it looks like
that's
he's
cute.
like a robot is carrying a little Space Marine or baby Bjorn.
Right.
A lot of people don't like this design. If you want to look, if you want to look at what I'm talking about, it's look up 40K Dread Knight, and the Space Marines use this bad boy, and it looks like a baby Bjorn. But it looks the pistons are almost identical.
Oh goodness!
Like to this, like it looks so much like a Dread Knight to me. But I gotta say that if you didn't have the turtle head cover, it might look like a baby Bjorn.
It might. Well,
It might.
So
But
I didn't
what would
notice.
they need a mech for? What would they need a mech for?
So
Like they're not fighting demon princes. Like what's going on?
They're not. But I didn't notice this before when we were prepping for this. But there is a little bit of flavor text up here at the top. I'm gonna read that real quick. Great gobs of mutant ooze. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have gone radically robotic. Donatello, the ingenious inventor, has come up with the most bodacious foot-kicking set of contraptions yet. They're the perfect meld of machine and mutant. They're the mighty mutamechanical T transport shells. That's interesting. And they're unstoppable. Yeah, they're the mighty mutamechanical T transport cells. And they're unstoppable. Watch out, Shredder. The Muta-Force Turtles are on the warpath, and they'll take pizza, but they won't take prisoners. So that just kind of tells me that Donatello was just like, I've got these extra things. I'm making this. I don't know. I'm gonna do it. And this is what we're doing.
This should help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
are you ready to get into this?
I am. Let's sell me on this figure.
Okay, so he had some accessories. Don't forget, even mechs need weapons.
Ooh,
because that's fun. We got the Rockin' Shockin' Cyber Bow Rifle.
Ooh.
Because we're going ranged combat with this bad boy.
Oh, of course.
Shoulder-mounted Techno Taser. Don't tase him, bro, but he will, because he's wearing that.
Right.
Shredder Splodin' Finger Flick Megamondo missile.
Oh.
I'm glad they had a missile at the end of that.
I am too.
I was thinking Megamondo.
Yeah,
what is that?
So
we're, let's just be honest, we're outfitted for long range combat. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a good thing. Also, side note, the problem with the mock-up versus this is that they got real kind of like, well, we don't want to spend money on the paint app, and like it has all these in the what pictures I'm looking at. In the back, it has all these awesome hoses and like levers and stuff, and they're all just the color of the turtle skin.
Yeah,
like
that's
none of them are painted black or gold or anything like that. So it's kind of like lame on the back side. Like on the front it sells pretty well, but on the back they're like, well, what's paint?
Right.
What is that? So that would have been like a bummer to get it and then like take it off its card and then be like, oh
yeah,
on the back a little bit. Anyway. Pavement and concrete crumble, twisted, torn metal screams as a huge mutant figure is born of the sewer.
Goodness.
It's Dynatronic Donatello, and busting out of the cramped confines of the underground is no problemo for this gigantic green teen titan. Like, see what you did there. Safely self-contained in a mutamechanical T transport shell of his own design, Donatello has no sooner grinded his way up to ground level when the monstrous mechanical mayhem begins. Mainly caused by him? I mean, I feel like he's the mechanical mayhem. You're the problem.
Yep.
A heinous horde of Shredder's baddest boys are on him like turtles on a pizza, but using his cybertronically magnified mutant muscle power from within his battle station built for one, Donatello swats and squashes the Foot Clan like the foot flies they are. Deftly wielding his rockin' shockin' cyber bow, here comes the list, bow rifle, Dynatronic Donatello knocks the Foot off its feet and keeps him down for the count. What Donnie did was he actually built this. He broke up from the sewer up to the actual street, destroying infrastructure left and right.
Killing people.
God, what's up with this mechanical mayhem that he caused? Then assaulted a bunch of Foot Clan soldiers, with no mechanical anything.
Yeah,
and he squashed their techno bodies like flies, and then he went, "I'm awesome."
Yep, that's what he did.
No need for a mech. He just did it to do it. Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Yep,
that is Dynatronic Donatello right there.
All about the. What was it? You were too busy asking like, can we instead of should we? That whole thing.
Absolutely. You stand on the shoulders of giants.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And Donatello said, I am become death, and did all that. So
some people laughed, some people cried, some people said nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, that's what Donatello did. He's like, who made the world end? Oh, that's right. It's me because I made the suit.
Exactly. So he didn't only just make his suit, Ryan. He made his brothers some suits because he is at least considerate of their feelings, and because he lives with them.
True.
And so let's go ahead and talk about Leonardo here, the awesomely armored. Excuse me. The awesomely armed attacker, androskeleton Leonardo. What do you think about this guy?
Androgynous skeleton Leonardo. No, I don't know. It looks good. We added. I don't know if I like the shoulder treatment as much on this Leonardo.
Right.
So they changed a few parts like the knee pads and stuff to make them all a little different. I don't know. The shoulder guards suck because you can't really. Like the other one had like those like pistons and stuff, kind of like the Dread Knight look, or the one in Alien has those pistons up top.
Oh yeah.
And like we just kind of lose that because we just get longer shoulder guards on Leo. So I'm kind of like, well, I don't know if that really helps anybody. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, this isn't the Coil Turtles where like they just literally made one turtle and painted them different colors.
Right.
There's design consideration given to make this one seem different than the other four. So
yeah,
I gotta give them that.
I agree. I like the colors a little bit better on this one. On the back of the box, the in person, the green's just not doing it for me. I think the green is too drab, and it doesn't like make the it doesn't
it's
pop.
different on the mock-up. It actually looks more flat, like olive green, like olive drab green. In person, I don't like the finish on it. It's kind of shiny, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I agree. I am the same way.
It should have been more matte, and that would have been cool if they did the turtle and more of that like gloss.
Yeah,
but the mech suit was matte. That might have sold me a little more.
Right. Well, I'm about to sell you if you're ready. So,
what's he come with?
So, androskeleton Leonardo, the awesomely armed attacker, comes with accessories such as kickin' double the damage katana blade. I wish my name was double. My nickname was quote unquote double the damage.
Double the damage. DTD if you need them.
Exactly. Shoulder mounted techno taser, which they're all about the tasering now. And foot flattening finger flick Megamondo missile. They like that finger flick.
Yep.
Don't we all?
Just look
so here we go. Opening the God, let me start over. Sorry.
You're fired.
Dang it. I'm out. Done.
You're fired.
Opening his Cowabunga clear shield canopy, androskeleton Leonardo climbs aboard his T-Transport shell and locks himself into bodacious battle mode.
Engaging.
That's what it's supposed to be. Engaging. It's a typo.
Typo. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Engaging the thrusters. Yeah. Engaging the thrusters, he burst onto the scene in a freakish frenzy of foot stomping glory. Termetically speaking, sealed in his
Termetically sealed. It's almost like hermetically sealed, but they made it termetically sealed.
It's beautiful. Well done. Termetically sealed in his mutamechanical T-Transport shell, Leo is impervious to the slings and arrows of the outrageous Foot Clan. Aiming and firing his finger flick Megamondo missile, he violently vanquishes them 10 at a time. Nothing will stand in androskeleton Leonardo's path as he swishes and swings his kick and double the damage katanas, stomping stoically straight ahead. This stalwart and staunch warrior wears down that weary warmonger Shredder and his subservient soldiers. Woo! That was good. I hadn't had that kind of workout in a while.
No, that was good. No. Step 1, build the mech. Step 2, beat up on people that don't have mechs.
Exactly. That our Art of War, like page 1, chapter 1. You know what I'm saying?
That's Andrea Skeleton Leonardo if you need him.
Exactly.
You know what? Look, I can't do it. I'm gonna take Raphael. I can't.
Okay. You can't take Mikey. Okay.
I can't take Mikey from you, man. I can't do it. I can't.
I get it.
You're like playing like those. You're playing those weird games with me. You're playing those weird
those love games.
Tic-tac-toe games. No, it's tic-tac-toe games where you're like, well, I mean, I take the corner. And I'm like, well, are you doing the thing where like if I place here, you win, or are you doing the other thing? It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna play.
Okay.
Robomatic Raphael, the Raging Ruckus Razor.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, what you got? What you got to say?
So, I will say this is the first one that I've noticed the knee pads on his mech, that they have a
They really
sort of
stand out.
Yeah, they have like an X or like a beetle looking pattern to them, and I like those a lot. This looks pretty good. Pretty good. Again, I love the mock up of it. The actual one.
It's because it's flatter. It has a flatter paint job.
That's
That's
true.
what I've noticed with all these. Like in the mock up, it's flat. It looks like kind of aged paint, and I like it.
I do too. And yeah, this looks gorgeous to me, and like I would be hard pressed to not get this in the stores if I saw this. But again, bear in mind the fact that the head is weird, the turtle head. But now that I'm looking at Raph, though, this is the first time I've noticed that it looks like the head is biting down on the turtle, like it's eating them. And I kind of like that. I kind of here for that.
And then it's eating you, and you're looking through the dome inside a dome.
Right. So this is like
at the top.
Super metatextual. So I do like this. The shoulder pads are rounded and have like a turtle shell to them, like the hexagonal image or like shapes on it. Looks really cool. And so I do like this take on the mech. Donnie's mech design. I do enjoy this one for what it is, at least on the back of the box. So sell me on this robotic Raging Ruckus Razor.
Well, this Ruckus Razor, I slapped the top.
Oh yeah, you
give me so many accessories in this bad boy. You know what I'm saying? That's what
right.
I do. He comes with a savage, swift, and silent cyber size.
Okay.
Shoulder-mounted techno taser. We all got that.
Everybody.
The Ninja Annihilating Finger Flick Mega Mondo Missile.
All right.
Oh, here we go, boys. Out in his new that word sucks. Out in his new Muta-Mechanical T-Trans... I got to know what the T-Trans... Is it Turtle Transport?
It has to be.
There's so many words. Muta-Mechanical T-Transport Shell for a test spin. This is just Sunday drive for Raph.
Yeah, this just
so you know.
Yeah.
Robomatic Raphael is soon surrounded by scads of Shredder's scabrous sycophants. If only they knew. They leave faster than cheese melts on pizza, with legs as powerful as poundin' pile drivers and arms with the enormous energy of building raisin wrecking balls.
Whoa, that was weird.
Raph is a bruising behemoth in an intense industrial jungle, and he's ready for shell-kicking action. Surveying the scene from within the cowabunga clear shield canopy, Robomatic Raphael gives a gregarious grin as he decides what to nail him with next.
Yep.
A farmer gregarious grin as he decides what to nail him with next. Whether slamming his savage, swift, and silent cyber size, that's good, to their malevolent mark, or deftly decimating the rancorous ranks with his ninja annihilating finger flick mega mondo missile, it's evident that there's no match for the amazing accuracy, super speed, and sheer skill with which this turtle team doles out destruction.
There you go.
This was the best written one of these so far.
I agree.
There was a lot. I mean, the gregarious. I mean, a lot of like $5 words. I'm loving that like rancorous. I was like, yeah, I'm digging this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
That was Raph.
All right, so that was Raphael. So finally, we're getting to Michelangelo for the Muta-Force here, and what do you think about this bad? What is he called? The Rowdy Robotic Rouster.
So I think that his color scheme in the mock-up, of course, with the paint more flat.
Yeah,
that color might actually be the best one.
Oh yeah,
but I really don't like the shoulder pads and knee pads. They're doing the dragon scale thing. While I appreciate the detail on the sculpt, like I like that. That's cool and everything. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just like, You know what I don't need a lot of now is the dragon thing. And that's just kind of what I'm feeling right now when I see this guy.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like it. I do, but so this back image looks fantastic. Like that really sells the.
That's what I'm saying.
This looks great.
That's the best color.
Yeah.
Like the best color in that flat, like well, it's not flat, but it's like semi-flat.
Yeah.
That actually is the best color for the miniature, I think. For the figure, I think it's the best color for it. But then I don't like the look Chinese,
right? So
of the whole armor, I'm just not a fan of that.
Like, and by that I think you're meaning like the dragon stuff, like the is that the because I see the scales, and I think of like the parades and stuff with the dragons and stuff, and things like that.
And I'm not saying I'm not about that like aesthetic all the time. I mean, I think it's cool, but like every once in a while, like you see like enough appropriation, and you're like, why do we have to do it on this one?
That's true.
I like the color, and I don't know why it needs to be like this, but whatever.
Now I will say that if throwing some blackwash on those scales,
sure,
that would make it that might be a different story.
It really highlighted them actually when you zoom in on them. They're actually hexes. They're not dragon scale.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
No. I call them dragon scale before.
Oh, okay.
But when you zoom in, they're actually hexes.
Yeah.
Which with some wash could look more like that ablative armor that they have in like some Gundam stuff, and I'm about that. So I don't know about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that hex tile, like almost a heat tile, like ablative armor.
Right.
I'm kind of cool with that actually, but maybe I just don't like it in orange. Maybe in the orange, and then with the design aesthetic, it feels like, guess what? It's from the Far East, and I'm like, I just don't need that on this toy right now. Just because leave that there, and why can't it look like a big machine robot? Because that's what it needs to be.
Right. I agree. Well,
he's rowdy though.
He is rowdy. So, robotation is it robotation?
Robotation.
Yeah, Robotation. Robotation Michelangelo, the rowdy robotic rouster. That's stock number 13051. He comes with accessories such as gnarly knockin' nunchucks, shoulder-mounted techno taser, foot flattening finger flick mecha mondo missile, and those are his accessories. So here we go, boys. Let's see what we got. Charging into foot territory, Robotation Michelangelo clobbers and crunches away, safely sealed inside his marvelous Muta-Mechanical T-Transport shell. This titanium turtle is totally teched out with oversized battle gear. Mike's foot flattening finger flick Mega Mondo missile is easy to aim and easy to fire. What ancient power dost this? Wow, I wasn't expecting that shift.
What ancient power dost this turtle summon? What is this?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that change in tone.
You got to read that like you are some wizard that's just about lost his mind. All right, this next sentence, your assignment is to read this like a wizard that has barely any teeth you found under a bridge that drank way too much milk of lead trying to turn it into gold.
Okay.
That's the goal. He has almost no hair left.
Okay, let me try it. What ancient power does this turtle summon to guide his futuristic foot-stomping mutant mangling machine of madness?
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I lost it a little bit, but then I came back.
What ancient power does this turtle summon to guide his futuristic foot-stomping mutant mangling machine of madness? I thought we both did a pretty good job.
I think we did too. A's all around.
Too much lead.
Yep, too much lead.
Don't drink lead.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
The answer lies in a mangled mesh of miles of wire beneath a silvery, soulless skin. Goodness. It is the power of pure pizza and his gnarly noggin knockin' nunchucks. Wow, that was weird. Hunkered down and hungry for battle, this giant turtle terror towers over the torn and twisted terrain. The fractured field of battle is evidence of victory. Only Mike's Titanic T-transport shell stands tall and untarnished. Peer inside the clear canopy and behold, Mike's sitting ready to celebrate. And yeah, that was fantastic.
Turtle breaks through the sewer, kills everything, untouched. Celebrates.
Yep. That's
Old
how they
man wizard under a bridge. What does this turtle summon? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, there's a lot going on. Like, literally, Donatello's mechs bring the old wizard to the yard. That's what
definitely. They totally do. Yeah. So let's see here. What do we got next? We got the turtle and the turtle. It's time for the turtles and the turtle.
Turtle and turtle.
I think I want to do turtle on turtle.
You want to do turtle on turtle?
Turtle on turtle. I think so. So where do you want to go?
This is gonna round us up. I'm gonna start. Don, what is you doing? I'm gonna do it. I mean, we've done it so far. Donatello's Doomsday Defense Base playset. I'm gonna say this about how we start.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is kind of based off of one of kind of my favorite turtle toys. I actually weirdly have a thing with the first operation, the Operation Desert Storm propaganda inspired turtles, desert go get Saddam Part 1 turtles,
right,
that they made back in the day. They were kind of some of my favorite figures. I thought Don in particular looked great in that scheme, because of his skin color and stuff like that. I was always already a big fan. So seeing your boy ready like bombs over Baghdad kind of gets me hype.
Right.
And he doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Those goggles look a little Orville Redenbacher style for me a little bit. Like your boy, but hey, like that's fine. Everyone likes the popcorn. It's fine.
It's true.
It's fine.
So
that's all I'm gonna kind of. But then you open him.
Then you open him and you get all kinds of stuff. So yeah, he look. It's the paint app is on this figure is not bad. It's just a little flat. Like they could have done some more stuff, but then again, this was mass market release and it was a
lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
But again, true to Playmates form, there's a ton of detail in this stuff. So if you found yourself doing a paint job on this, you'd have a lot of work to do. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff inside of here, and it came with 2 figures. I believe are they both Leonardo and Donatello? It's hard to tell from what I was looking at.
It's Leo and Donnie.
Okay. But yeah, they're really neat and they're decked out in their army gear, and so this is the front. Let's see if I've got a good image of the back. I don't remember if I do. I think I do. I do have a good image.
Oh god.
So this is what it looks like opened up, and this is kind of breaking my brain. So before for those who've followed along with us in the journey, when we've seen the play sets that they've done, it was more of a generally they were more of the turtle, like pre-mutated turtle, like more of like an actual natural turtle that would open up, and it was like
they were on like their belly, like on all fours, then you just open the shell up and you got the playset. Like we're very Mighty Max of it, just like one hinge, there you go, and it's all in there.
Yes. And that was a little weird at first, but then you get kind of used to it and you figure, okay, I've never really opened a turtle before, so who am I to say that there's not a whole world of adventure inside of a turtle shell?
How do I know?
I don't know.
Sure.
And I don't want to know, to be honest. I like to think that is the truth, and I'm going to hold on to it. But this is a whole nother level of weird. Now,
it's almost body horror weird.
Thank you. That's what I was going with. I didn't want to do it.
Am I the only one getting like Cronenberg vibes off of like what's happening with this guy when he opens up? Like it's
you are not intense. This is a little intense is correct. So you start off with like your boy over here, and that's all fine and good. Looks a little strange.
Yeah, a little Orville Redenbacher showing up.
A little bit. But soon enough he gets it popping, and you got all this weird stuff where front and back shell open up, and you're just like, Jasmine in a whole new world of like, what? Now,
don't you dare close your eyes.
Don't you dare.
Where we're going, we don't need eyes.
Right.
That's actually the more relevant quote. Where we're going, we don't need eyes to see.
Exactly.
When we come back from hell on the ship, that's what happens.
Right. So now I have a question, Ryan.
Sure.
So when you buy toys, generally,
Yeah.
and I'm speaking generally, so please forgive me if this is not how you do it, but you tend to personify that character as the physical object that is in your hand. The character represented, like that is your avatar for that character, I guess. Now, when you buy this figure, when you buy what is it? It's just Doomsday Defense Donatello.
Oh yes.
Is this the figure? Is this the avatar, or is the minifigures the avatar? And then at what point are they aware that they are playing inside of a Donatello? Because this is different than the mech we just saw. The
This
mech
whole
is
thing
actually robot. Like they know what that is. What is this?
This requires a lot of cognitive dissonance
Yes.
to own, to like play with.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say about it is that the front shell coming off and what looks like a Patriot missile popping out the front of where other things, you know, where some manhood should be poking out,
Yeah,
is
oh my
probably
Lord.
the most astute statement on the Gulf War I've ever seen. So I kind of feel like somebody really like aced the art homework. Like somebody really like made a statement here. Also, if you come up just a little bit for me on one of those side images, just on the side, the top right for me.
Okay.
There's an image, very top left of that brick. So go up a little bit. Top left. Keep going.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Another image.
Oh goodness.
Your boy perches on the litter box a little bit on that one. Okay, so that's happening.
He totally looks like that.
I don't like perching on the litter box. My dad certainly doesn't like it.
No.
So that's not how we do. That's how you get pee in the grout, right?
Right.
This is a house of horrors.
It is.
That image to the right of that with his head opening up is probably the most David Cronenberg thing I've ever seen. Like, you don't need to watch like anything else. Like Videodrome, no man, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got it there. Honestly, this guy gives me like anxiety just looking at him. He is a mess.
Oh yeah, he is.
He is this is a mess. I give him credit for like going kind of out there and like not doing what they did. They redesigned the play sets. They like we saw over the last couple years that they Mighty Max was kicking once again. Mighty Max is here kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? Mighty Max is kicking Turtles ass, just like Batman's kicking Turtles ass, like X-Men's kicking Turtles ass. And they put a lot of time into the small mini playsets, and I really appreciate that. I give them credit for redesigning. They could have just, guess what they could have put out? Another pre-mutated turtle on its belly, and you open the shell, and guess what you get?
Right.
And then they could have made a metal version and showed you that one too, Mega T, Mega Tie, Mega Toe, Mega 2, but one more time. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't do that.
Right.
They redesigned it, and they made like a frame out of his body, and they did all this stuff. But I got to be honest, I don't like it.
Yeah.
It looks like a David Cronenberg nightmare. I'm not a big fan, and it doesn't look like a play set. It still looks like the thing about made Mighty Max great, okay, or Polly Pocket, okay, because they were both the same thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's be honest. Is that on the outside they appeared to be one thing, right? Like Mighty Max did so many cool things with like rocks and like weird skulls and stuff, like super cool, right?
Oh yeah.
When you opened it up, right? And if you're got your phone open or whatever, like just Google like Mighty Max like playsets, like, and you'll see they looked like something crazy. But when you opened it up, all of that stuff was on the bottom or around it, and it opened up to make a playset, just like these old Turtles playsets did. You ignored the outer shell.
Yeah.
Now it was about the inside, right? And you could get lost in that inner environment, all the work they did.
Right.
The problem with this like A-frame design they have with the turtle here is you never forget you're playing in a turtle's open carcass. You never forget that the carcass is there. And that's the problem with this design. If I'm like up there in Playmates and I get this, even as a drawing, I go, well, I love the getting there. I love that you're trying not to do the same thing over and over again.
Right, right.
But like, I don't like this because it feels like it's like we're playing inside his deconstructed corpse.
True. Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
Do you feel that way? I feel like I keep getting distracted by the
No.
legs and the arms and the neck and the teeth and the head, and I just can't.
I
Like
you
know
I
what I
think
mean?
you
I just can't get into it.
I think you articulated it perfectly. That is everything you just said was right, was spot on, and that yeah, you never forget the turtle. Because I was as you were talking, I was thinking about like other things that have done similar things, and I remember Farmer Greg had a collection of Star Wars heads that were just the same thing as this, except instead of a turtle like on its all fours in the shell, it was like Darth Vader and C-3PO, and you open their head and there's like, you know, Tatooine and like all the other Star Wars things. And that was cool. And I was like, okay, well, what made that? And then that at the same time you were saying that about how you forget that you forget the base and you start, or the shell for, you know, what it is. And
you forget the casing of it all.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's where it triggered. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what's weird about this, is that you don't forget that you're inside of a turtle's carcass. A turtle in a turtle.
It's hanging out. It's hanging out. Like I've got an angle, shout out tmnttoys.com. I'm using that as a secondary reference here. There's an angle from the back where like the problem when you drop the shell on the back and you do the kitty litter box perch, is that you see the back of his legs. Like where his legs come up,
where the shell would normally.
With that is it makes a butt.
It does, and then
you don't realize that, you know, you ever like sit down and think about butts and you think like, well, the thing is that like it's just the end of your legs, dude.
Yeah, that's like, just the end of your legs.
I mean it is a butt, but it's also just the end of like your legs, and they just mold to your body, and that's what makes a butt.
Yep.
Well, that's none more illustrated than on the derriere of Donnie here, where you see his legs come up to make a turtle butt,
and it's
so it looks
weird.
like he's wearing like a weird like sumo wrestler G-string, because like the ladder comes down right in the crack, and I'm kind of like, I don't like this, and there's just more angles of the turtle I don't want to see.
It's true.
So I'm being pretty critical, and I feel like we're gonna like maybe drop some of the description here for the next ones because we are running kind of long on this, but I'll say that in my opinion, they put a ton of work into it. There's a ton of decals in it. There's decals everywhere. There's paint app everywhere. They put so much time into the engineering of it and the sculpt of it and the time and the whatever. I just hate that it's designed like it is, because
it's bad.
You just don't forget you're playing in the hollowed out carcass of your favorite turtle.
Right. Like, it's one of those things. Show. Yeah, it's one of those things that's well designed, but not like in on paper it sounds better, but like in execution, you don't realize the horror that is.
I give them credit. Like they could have just made the dumb pre-mutated turtle, open them up. Guess what you get? And like we thought those playsets are great.
Oh yeah,
but like that would have been what, the third year in a row they were coming out with that same shell on the outside. You know, pardon the pun. So I understand it. But at the same time, right. So here we go. So here's what we got for our boy. The super sewer-sized hero turns into a bodacious military station. Mini mutant Donatellos, all set for covert ooze operations in his bodacious mod military outfit. Just in time, too, because it looks like Shredder and the Foot Clan are on the march again, sneaking up the sewer with another smelly scheme. But this time there's going to be a new wrinkle in their plans. Donatello can trans-pizzafy, add that to the glossary.
Yep, add it.
Into the Doomsday Defense Base. There is nothing more Ronald Reagan than that actual series.
Right.
Doomsday Defense Base. There's nothing more Ronald Reagan than that. All you have to do is open up his shells and his head to reveal the ultimate battle station. This is the military station that will spoil any plot of Shredder's. Mini Mutant General, he's a general now. Mini Mutant General Donatello can climb up, because he got a battlefield promotion, can climb up the lookout tower. Yeah, that's his bazooka that you put on his back shell. We can't even describe. You have to either be watching the YouTube show or look up pictures. There's too much to actually talk about with that guy. It's terrible. And locate the Foot Clan in no time. Then Mini Mutant Lieutenant Leonardo, because that's your other pack-a-lin. These come with two little pack-along turtles. I'm sure we described that, but like there's two little mini boys. I like that they're in the military garb. I was kind of a little bit kind of like baby obsessed with collecting them all like back in the day, because you got the whole little assortment. You can all
Oh,
put
yeah.
them together. There's like a ton of them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? These are cool additions to your set. So I'll give them that credit. Then mini mutant lieutenant. That's funny that Leo's the lieutenant and that Donnie's the general. A little bit like it's like got demoted potentially.
Right.
Can blast him with a pepperoni pizza pounding from the bodacious bazooka. Ouch. And then he can call in the slammin' cannon for double destruction. Double ouch. If something goes wrong in the Cowabunga cranial comm center, that's inside his skull.
Right.
There's always the emergency escape pizza parachute for a speedy getaway. Best of all, there is a secret command center in the base. Guess where that is?
Guess where that is?
It's in his dick.
Oh my God.
It's something. Let's see here. The turtles can hide there and act if they've left the sewers to Shredder and company. But dudes, you know that's never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. So
and
there you go.
Has a bunch of other little features. Yeah, you know, missiles. The missile.
The missile. That's too much. I did not see that until you pointed that out. But yeah, now I can't.
I feel like the
unsee that.
missile. Like I'm not joking. I feel like that's an actual statement. I feel like that's too much for it not to be a statement on the whole thing. That's just me.
I'm
just me.
I'm right there with you. Well, moving on to Leonardo's Battle Castle.
Knew you were
playset.
gonna. We're doing them in the same order every time. I'm gonna take Mikey from you this time.
Go for
I'm
it.
gonna do it.
Go for it. So what do you think about this guy, real quick? Because
movie 3.
Movie 3. He sums up movie 3.
The daimyo ought to be in that thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It is movie 3 all day long. Let me see here. What do I think of this guy? So in general, like, you know, and I feel like we spent so much time on it before. These do the same thing.
Yeah.
There's a frame of a turtle standing. The front shell comes down. The back shell comes down, which creates a hollow in the middle that you can pass through. The head opens up in a very disturbing way.
Yeah.
And what I do like about the set is that the weapons do like typically lock into different parts and make features in the shell.
Right.
Like last time the bazooka was the like lookout tower. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so the weapons that they hold and use in their untransformed versions do come into play here. I do like the engineering on that. I feel like I'm really like kind of crapping on these really bad, but I do have to say I do still like the ingenuity. I just think the look is off. Leo's in his daimyo outfit. You know, here we go, boys. You know, he's in his red daimyo outfit. I do like the use of the reflective, the kind of the metallic silver on his greaves. I think that's nice.
Oh yeah.
No, the whole theme is movie 3. That's all we gotta say about it.
Yeah.
There's a little meditation spot I see with a little like jade turtle kind of, or not jade because it's red, but you know, a little statue turtle meditating. Right. There's some like a pit in the pendulum looking pendulum blade thing that I don't know what purpose that serves.
Kind of like a thing when you're Indiana Jones in it through like temples and stuff. There's the blades that like swing by and stuff. I think that's what that's reminiscent of.
Okay.
But yeah, and
that's
this
all
one
I gotta say about it. It's there.
Yeah, it's interesting. It comes with it looks like Leo and Don again, but they're in their samurai shogun outfits, however you want to call it. And
they are.
Yeah, so let's see here. So here we go. Yeah, that is Leo and Donnie. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. You ready for this?
You ready for this?
Lion-hearted Leonardo has a big surprise for the bad guys with his new mutant samurai disguise. He can trans-pizzafy into a super samurai fighting battle castle. And so can his battle buddy bro Donatello. All you have to do is open Leonardo's shell and his head to engage in the ancient battle that has been raging for centuries. It's called acid reflux. But those Foot Clan fools aren't smart enough to be scared of him. And old Shredder is just a mutant samurai sewer punk that always feels lucky. So you can expect a bonsai attack at any time. That's interesting.
Did they just call Shredder a A mutant?
Yes, a mutant samurai sewer punk that always feels lucky. That doesn't seem true. So,
Nope.
uh,
Not true.
So you can expect a bonsai attack at any time. But Leonardo's anti-foot fortress has a secret dual design. Donatello can protect their pizza palace with the Shredder Smash-In catapult. No evil battle warrior spirit can save him this time. Plan number 2 lets Leonardo lure the lunkheads right into the bodacious bonsai battle castle with the Oh, sorry, there was a period there. With the samurai slice and swinging battle blade in the heart of the fortress, you know who's going to win a samurai sword fight in this dojo. The Buddha turtle trap door and the katana emergency escape slide let our guys double back around the castle to trap any attacker. After the clan is canned, the Cowabunga Kanji cranial cage. Interesting. Let me back up. After the clan is canned, the Cowabunga Kanji cranial cage, the turtles finally. Oh, that must. Okay, sorry, I was getting that all messed up. The turtles finally get a little piece and pizza. There we go. The end. So, there's Leonardo. The what was he? The samurai, sewer samurai sized hero and anti-foot fortress. Your boy, Leonardo. So, do you
Nice.
want to take on Michelangelo now? How do you feel about that?
I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it from you. Oh God, why do I always get the dick cannon? What is up with me, man? Like, is that like a thing? Like, is it repressed? Like, what's happening to me? This is Michelangelo's Cyber Command Center playset. I love the blue plastic on him, the cybernetic parts on his body.
Looks pretty
I
good.
just do.
Yeah.
I just really kind of love it. I kind of want to eat it.
Oh, I feel that. I get that.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
I kind of want to eat it. I feel like it tastes like kind of like minty.
I can see that.
Like it tastes really good.
Yeah, I get that vibe. So, Michelangelo.
What you gotta say?
Yeah, he's got a lot of RoboCop stuff going on here. He's got cybernetic parts all over him. He looks like somebody he kind of looks like Iron Man's armor from Iron Man 2, I think, when he puts his arms in the suitcase and pulls it out and then it like envelops around him.
Yeah.
It kind of has that reminds me of that for some reason. Or like the transitioning parts of it, not like when he's fully armored up. But definitely has some cybernetic, like 90s cyber stuff going on. And it's pretty interesting. I do like it. It's mostly built around an original Playmates Michelangelo style body, and and that's really neat. And yeah, I'm kind of a fan of this. Let's see if we got some images from the back. Let's see here. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's probably the least egregious of them all, except he does have another, like you said, another phallic.
He's got the
phallic
dick
device.
missile.
Yeah, and
dick missile. It's happening.
So yeah, there's that. But yeah, other than that, he looks pretty good, and I'm.
Do you want to know?
A fan of this.
Do you want to know why he looks less disturbing?
Why is that?
Because you're let off the uncanny valley hook because he's all robotic. Like robotic things should come apart. Like they're robots, right? They're made of parts.
That makes sense.
So he looks a lot less disturbing because he looks like an android that's been opened up. It doesn't look as like disturbing,
right?
As like just a turtle exploded, effectively. So
that makes more
kind of
sense.
me,
okay,
right now. All right. So let's see. Sorry, internet. That's annoying.
No, you're okay. Real quick, he does come with I think himself and Raphael as little figures as well.
Yes, yeah. and these are there's no styling. It's just turtles, which is cool. Turtles like as they come.
Yeah.
The sewers have been dangerously quiet lately. You can bet your last piece of pixelated pepperoni pizza that Shredder and company are about to punch out some power-surging plan. This is just the calm before the cyber storm, but no problem, dudes. Michelangelo is in his new totally techno cyber form. Did you know that?
I did.
Did you see it?
I did.
Good. All you have to do is open up his shells and his head to boot up this techno turtle. This high-tech cybernet ninja has a trick up his shell. I mean, better than a tracking bot up his shell. Remember that?
That's true. I remember that.
Better than that.
Better than that.
He can trans-pizzafy. That's a word now. They've used it twice.
I'm writing it down.
Into a cyber... You write that down, please. Cyber command center. From his CompuAssault outpost, Turtle Teen Bro, Mini Mutant Cyber Raphael can scan the sewers for evidence of schemes from the Shredder. Jeez. The Shredder sounds like a cat. It sounds like a cat villain.
Yeah.
It just covers you in
hair everywhere. Yeah.
Yes. Crouches on the litter box. Covers you in hair.
Yep.
That's the Shredder. Just plug into Michelangelo's nunchuck micro net loop to start some high-tech mainframe surfing. With this, not even the cyber sewers can prevent the turtles from finding out what Shredder and the Foot Clan are down to?
Weird.
Did we just move to like cyberpunk lingo? Like, did we just
so.
like go to like 2077 and it's like listen up here, boyo? You're like, what are you talking about?
I think so.
What are y'all down to? Like what? Then our cyber heroes, it's like that really cheesy slang where it's like just take the opposite word.
Yeah.
In a phrase.
Instead of
like,
what are you up to?
Oh, wait. Well, in the future, they say, what you down to, man? It's like, oh,
Right.
yeah. No, it's the future, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Then our cyber heroes, Mini Mutant Michelangelo and Raphael, can climb into position on the escape access ladder, if that's what you call it, and then set their sights on the Shredder with the hard shell cyber tech launcher. That's what they call the thing in his pants. And the Cowabunga kilobyte cannon. Well, maybe, I can't tell which ones. But no matter. At first I thought it was one way. Then they said cyber tech cannons. So it was kind of like that was a little kilobyte cannon.
True.
More like a gigabyte cannon. You
know
what I'm saying? Like over here, terabyte cannon. But no matter who sits in the cyber command compu chair, that sounds like it's just a store. The bad guys will find themselves between the rock and the hard shell.
There we go. There you go.
I'm gonna right now vote him my favorite because he doesn't look like a David Cronenberg film when he's opened up.
That's true.
It looks like an Android opened up. I
That's
gotta
true.
say that sells me. Actually,
it does
a lot.
That is a very valid point. Well, moving on lastly to our final turtle toy of this evening, we're gonna be talking about Raphael. And let's see, what is his? Raphael's Mini Mutant Samurai Sewer Lair playset. And yeah, he gets basically if I'm not mistaken, this is, no, that's right. It's a little different. So his, why don't you talk about how he looks, what he looks like, Ryan? Because this is slightly different.
All closed up, there's just a lot I don't know if I like about the look. So it looks mainly like Raphael, right? It looks like normal Raphael, and of course he's the samurai sewer layer playset. So they're doing a samurai type thing, but I don't see how because they just did that with movie 3, Leonardo.
Right.
Here you've got like these weird, like kind of his normal things. I don't even know what are those holsters on his legs. Like they switched his like normal place. He puts his sai, which is in his belt. They switched them to like what I can only describe as like quick holsters for like pistols, like revolvers, like back in the day. It's like the one that would like side strap to your leg kind of looking thing. And he's got his sais in those. And then he's got like, but now he's got his like double strap. Oh God,
Ninja Stars.
He's got his double strap Ninja Star like belt thing up top, but the problem is it doesn't continue onto the back. Spoiler alert: those are just there for you up front.
How do they
turtle titties?
How did they stay there? How does that like?
You're not supposed to know. And then I think that actually on the outside, at least, the most egregious part of this is like, what's up with like the yarmulke on his head?
Yeah,
like so he's got a normal bandana, right? and that's a separate piece. You can see clearly that's a separate, like, his bandana's the bandana he always wears.
Right.
But he has like some weird like red skull cap that's like a
Yeah.
slightly different color on his head also.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's ultra necessary because I
No.
don't know how that relates to anything.
Yeah.
When you open them up, you got your classic deconstructed turtle. Although I will say that the sewer place is probably the weakest one.
Oh yeah.
There doesn't seem to be a lot going on inside. I don't know if you feel the same way, but
I do.
It's a lot of flat area. Not nearly as many like accessories to kind of get it going.
And
it's supposed to be like a sewer layer playset,
right.
but it's kind of like weird.
Yeah. They put the.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's most weird because they don't have a phallic missile launcher in his middle.
That's yeah. They kind of emasculate your boy here a little bit.
A little bit.
Leave him out of the party.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, and it looks like I'm assuming there's a foot soldier or a shredder character in the back that's like a dummy that comes out of the back of his shell, but it kind of just looks like death.
Yeah,
like it kind of just looks like
the
Grim
problem
Reaper.
is on the box art he's painted, which is nice.
Yeah.
But everything's molded in red or gray plastic, so he's just red. Which doesn't make him even look like that, like a Foot Clan guy in the actual like pack along. So that's annoying. Like, the accessory doesn't even look like that.
That's super weird. And he does come with Michelangelo and Raphael, the movie turtles, which is also very strange to mix them in there with that. But
because there's only so tiny you can dot those like little blemishes on their skin.
Oh yeah,
and they just start to look like really big and weird.
Exactly. So it gets a little strange.
But we've been kind of critical of the movie Micro Turtles because that's the problem with them. It's like they should probably just be regular Micro Turtles.
They should.
So right.
The only other weird thing is he has a gold chain on his right arm, which is strange too. It's just there you go. Massive gold chain.
Here's but that's in the mock-up. What's also annoying is that it's just red plastic in the actual toy.
In the actual toy? Oh, I didn't look at. Oh my goodness! No, that's egregious. That's horrible.
It's just red plastic, and in the mock-up there, as you can see, his little psi holsters are gold, and guess what color they are on the in hand. I mean, it's all red.
This is horrible.
It kind of betrays the look of it all.
It does.
So this one is the one. This is the slacker. Like on the outside, he doesn't have nearly the amount of accoutrement that the other turtles have by far.
Right.
Then when you open him up, it's like kind of the least amount of attention was paid to his design.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
Literally, the decal count is way lower than the other guys. There's less decals. We used to really grade on that. Like, how many decals are there? How many things? Mm-hmm. They really downgraded that, and it's just kind of blah to me. By the look of it, I really don't like that they gas you up on the mock-up with all that different color and then you get just red pack along plastic.
That's the biggest offender of that, and I am not a fan. But let's see if this flavor text can sell us on this. So here we go.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. A little privilege. I'm gonna start with a bit of privilege here. You ready?
I know, right?
All super famous.
Oh wait, no, I read this
like
one.
the.
Don't I read this one?
You do read this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dang, man.
I'm sorry. I'm very tired.
Guys, I'm sorry. I thought we had a professional thing here, but apparently we're slacking.
Wow.
We take a week off and then things just go to
Well, let me get super famous while you read that then.
Okay. You do that. All right. Here we go. All super famous dudes like the Turtles need a super safe hiding place. A place where they can plan their strategy against bad guys like Shredder and the Foot Clan. Or just a place where they can clean their katanas, sharpen their sais, and veg out to some high-powered pepperoni pizza. I don't know how... Oh, I guess they're vegging out by relaxing as a vegetable, but then they're eating meat. Okay, that's probably what that means.
Yeah.
So, and can veg out with some high-powered pepperoni pizza in between battling the bad boys. Now, Raphael in his new cyber form, how is this cyber? I don't understand this.
New cyber form.
That doesn't make any sense. Can easily transpizzify into Samurai Sewer Lair. Okay. All you have to do is open Raphael's shell and head to reveal a cool sewer lair. The turtles love this perfect pizza pad deep in the soul of the sewers. Mini Mutant Ninja Donatello can practice ninja acrobatics on the escape cable, then relax in the ooze cesspool. That okay.
Like, you mean like that has like active ooze in it?
Yeah,
Like
or just
like,
normal
so now
sewer
what
stuff?
like any animal that he touches before, now he's gonna turn half into that? I don't understand.
Like, and what part of, I don't think the words relax and cesspool are ever in a good sentence or in the same sentence together in any good connotation. That's very odd. While Mini Mutant Ninja Michelangelo hurls jelly bean with anchovy pizzas from the pizza disc launcher to release tension, as we all do from time to
I
time.
mean, they've used pizza way too many times so far in this.
Oh, absolutely.
They've used pizza like 50 times, which, guys, I get it. It's turtles. I
Yeah.
get it. But like the really good flavor text doesn't rely on any one word too much. That's the quality.
They don't use crust as a crutch. You know what I'm saying? They don't use crust as a crutch. So I gotta say. So, but hey, dudes. Everybody, everybody knows that evil never dies. So just in case Shredder and his fiendish fiends find a link to Rat on the turtles and expose their whereabouts. That's okay. The Cowabunga cranial cannon. Oh, that's a lot of K's to be in together. That's
go for it. Oh no, and they're all capitalized. It is
all capitalized. That's
3
not good.
Capitalized K's in a row, boys.
Yeah, that's.
If we were sending a message with Patriot Missile Dick over there, we were sending another message here. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. The Cowabunga cranial cannon can kapow punks permanently. And don't forget the pizza disc launcher. It might fire pizza-shaped disc, but those discs can hiss and diss any Shredder-shaped target. The secret sewer access door and the sewer slide make ambushing Shredder a cinch. And with Shredder still at large, trouble's always oozing through the next drain pipe, if you know what I'm saying. And
you know what?
There you go.
You know what they call the secret sewer access door in England?
I do not.
They call it the back passage.
Oh, the back passage. Oh, I like that. That's a lot classier than I thought it was.
And I've heard that whole thing referred to as like, oh, someone's in my back passage, and like they all laugh, and I think that's actually the funniest thing to call that.
I think that is too. I like that. That's
your back passage. That's pretty funny.
I think I'm gonna just call it my back passage for forever now. Like that's permanently.
You should.
You've changed me, Ryan. Like you've made a mark.
You should. It's good language for you because it's like very clean.
It is.
There's really no potty humor in it, which is great.
No,
like, you know what I mean. But
I love it.
But you still know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
You get the point across. Yeah, exactly. I am a huge fan of that. Well, were you a huge fan of any of this stuff that we talked about today? Because we talked about a lot of toys and a lot of other cool Ninja Turtle stuff, and we want to know what you think about that.
I think today was a study in, like. I think today was a study in like what, just like how, it was the promise of the premise, how you opened up the review section. It was definitely like what like this is what Playmates was trying to do.
Yeah.
To shake it up.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Oh,
I think that's what we saw tonight.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely. That's it's strange. We saw a lot of stuff that and I'm glad for your insight too, because like there was some stuff I didn't really put together, or I was on the precipice. I was sitting on the edge of the litter box trying to get this to
you were
come
perching.
together.
You were perching about to think about it.
And and so then we got it together. And I don't know. I think that there's some interesting stuff to be had here. And so but we want to know, did you have these toys as a kid, what
did you think?
Yeah, what did you think? Did you like how these are? Like looking back on it, does it seem weird now? I really want to know if anyone had any of the metatextual body horror stuff that we were talking about. If you had experienced any of that or anything about these, let us know. Email us at turtlesoupshow@gmail.com. You can also find us on the home of the internet, turtlesoupshow.com. Links to everything and all of our episodes are up there as well. We're also now on YouTube, if you didn't notice, and if you've just stumbled on here because you just got on the internet and found yourself on YouTube and didn't know that's where you were, well, welcome, and please like and subscribe.
Welcome
Helps us
in.
out a lot. And yeah, and if you're listening to us on the podcast, come on over. We'd appreciate it, and that'd be legit. Also, if you want to hang out with some other cool Turtletarians, be sure to head over to Facebook and join the group. We're on Instagram, Turtle Soup Show with the underscores between each word. And yeah, I don't have my my outro notes up, so I'm trying to think, is there anything else? And then
we're good.
Then it hit me. There's one more thing. If you
yes.
want to rise to the occasion, if you want to, let your if you want to get some pizza pounding, if you want to, what was the other thing? If you want to trans pizza,
If you want to Transpeaceify, if you want a key to the back passage,
if you want a key to our back passage,
you know what I mean. If you want a little slip you a key into the mat right to the back passage, there's something you can do.
You can do that. If you want to be a back passenger to the Patreon, you can go to patreon.com and find that we've been making a podcast for a while. And if you want to throw some pennies our way to our back passage, you can do that there. And
totally,
we will
just
sincerely
toss
appreciate
them
it. You just throw them. It's a lot like those things that used to be at the mall.
It's like a wishing well.
You put the thing in and it goes around.
Kobe.
Right.
Kobe, and you put them right in there.
We have options. You can do the shoot it in, and then we have the one that spins around. Like you put it in and it just goes right around.
The one that you go spin like. Whoa.
Yeah. So there are many ways to the back passage, and Patreon has all of them up there. So yeah, and everyone wins at Patreon. So that's a lot of fun for us, and hopefully for you too.
Agreed.
So again, thank you all so much for everyone who joined us on the pregame show and who's been here throughout the whole thing. We sincerely appreciate it, and we are and congratulations to John Klein III for winning the Party Wagon, man.
Yes, that's huge.
That is huge. So John, we'll be in touch. Huge. And thank you so much for everyone who applied, who entered,
entered and did all the things and had fun and brought this up. It was great.
Exactly. So we really sincerely appreciate it, and there'll be more stuff to come down the way. But
a little two raffle.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. But again, thank you so much for listening and watching, and we will see you else time.
Else time, yeah.
Dang, that was a good episode.